This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome into tonight's broadcast between the Calgary Flames and, of course, our Edmonton Oilers as we get set for game number 2 of this back-to-back between the Flames and Oilers. A game, well, a little bit of anticipation building here. Looks like Buddy Robinson's in the lineup for Calgary, so they think, oh man, we didn't beat them that way, so we'll beat them bigger and stronger the other way tonight. And of course, the Oilers, they know they've got a strong task ahead of them tonight. A Calgary Flames team that's going to come at them hard and come at them, hopefully, fast, so they make some mistakes. The Oilers, well, they got Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Kyler Yamamoto, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Josh Archibald, yes, Pugliarvi. List goes on, and yeah, we come back the other way and score a crap ton of goals tonight. Now, hopefully not a shootout like we saw only a couple of weeks ago against Calgary to open up this 10-game series. That would be worst case scenario in my mind, because you know what, I've talked to a lot of people and they said, you know what, all the non-action aside, right, none of the crazy fights, none of the goalie fights, none of that, all of that aside, guess what? It was still a good game because there was 10 goals. I'm sorry. I was very frustrated by that game because every time the teams made a mistake, whether it be Calgary or Edmonton, it was back of the net on the goalies, Markstrom and Koskinen. So tonight, similar to last night, I want to know every single time there's a puck on net, you don't know if it's going in or not. And that was the nice part about last night. It was a low shot game, low scoring game. It was really special to just watch these two teams play essentially what was a perfect chess match in favor of the Oilers. And away we went with a heck of a hockey game last night. So now, more of the same. Bigger bodies, crash and bang, boom, bang, whatever you want to say, along the boards in the open ice. Let's go have one of those more heated Battle of Albertas, right? Matthew Tkachuk is PO'd at the best of his ability at this point. So hopefully we're expecting something a lot crazier tonight, and that's what I'm looking forward to giving you the call of this evening here on Dolynny TV. Now, new format. If you're wondering, hey Tyson, where's the chat at? How do I do this? What's this? Sorry. I've removed the chat. I've taken focus on some stuff here. And what we're going to find out is I'm going to go out and call tonight's hockey game just like I was back at Imperial Place in Cold Lake, Alberta, giving you a call of Cold Lake Ice versus St. Paul Canadiens hockey game in the playoffs, all right? We're going to rip some great play-by-play hopefully here. We're going to have a blast doing it, and we're going to enjoy tonight's hockey game, Battle of Alberta, on a new format here on Dolynny TV, and what's hopefully going to be something that sticks and catches on, because let me tell you, normally I'm pretty tuckered out with these play-by-play things because I'm reacting to the chat, I'm entertaining, I'm filling dead space, but tonight we're going to try the new format and we're going to see how well it works for us this evening. Now I've got hopefully a surprise waiting in the wings here for us to get going this evening on tonight's stream, something maybe a little 6:30 Ched-like if you would, but I do not have a clear indication on if that is happening this evening or that'll have to wait until later next weekend. However, it's Saturday night, it's hockey night in Canada. Tyson, where's the suit at? Right? That's the question everybody's asking. I don't need the chat to tell me what's going on in the chat. I can tell you what's going on in your head. Where is the suit? Well, you know what? If you didn't catch the video, there was only 348 that caught it so far today. Yes, I went out and I treated myself this evening, or this afternoon. My goodness, this day is flown by. But I went down to the mall in search of a new PS4 controller. And my friends, I came out with an Oilers reverse retro jersey. I mean, if that ain't just a sign of what kind of fan I am, I don't know. I don't know how to tell you that one, but just have a little bit of fun with it, and I guess that is how we'll go this evening, because let me tell you, hopefully nice unexpected surprises happen, even if I have to bring them to myself. I will tell you that for sure. So my friends, we sit at 7:57. It's about time I go find you some starting lineups, get that scoreboard up for tonight's hockey action between the Oilers and the Flames, and then we can get things going on Hockey Night in Canada and some actual play-by-play of tonight's hockey game coming to you very, very soon. There we go. Oilers, Flames, scoreboard coming your way in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, and how about that? Oh, I didn't triple tap. Got a triple tap. Bingo, bango. Done. All right, Oilers, Flames, scoreboard, up, lineups, let's go. Let's find these out because I'm about half an hour late. The ribs, yes, they were well worth waiting half an hour to get the stream up. So Monahan is out for Calgary. Turris is the healthy scratch for the Oilers up front. Jones as well. The Flames projected to line up tonight. Gaudreau, Lindholm, Levo on the top line. Kachuk, Backlund, Mangiapane on the second line. Lucic, Bennett, Dubé on the third line. And then that fourth line, it's big. In Nordstrom, Godwin, and Robinson. Godwin making his NHL debut. Giordano Anderson on the blue line, the top pair. Hanifin, Tanev, the second pair. Valimaki, Nesterov. Thank goodness no Valimaki. I was totally in agreement with Rick Ball last night about how much of a disaster that is for play-by-play guys. And of course, it's Jacob Markstrom getting the start for them tonight. Cahoon and Ennis swap lines. Everything else stays the same for the Oilers. So that means you've got pretty much a second line of Cahoon, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto. No, we got that look. Yes, we got that look last night about, I don't know, with 2 minutes left in the third period where we got Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto out on the ice together for one of the rarest occasions in Oilers time on ice sheet statistics right now. The dynamic line back together for albeit about a minute of that third period, but a very critical minute in which they did exactly what they needed to do, kill the clock, and they did it very successfully. And the Oilers, thanks to that, came away with a 2-1 victory last night. You wanted to recap? Oh, goodness, right there, you got it. No worries about it. So Jacob Markstrom, Mikko Koskinen, the opposing goaltenders. Markstrom 8-5-1 with 2 shutouts and a .261 .918 save percentage. Koskinen 6-8. Well, yeah, he's kind of had a rough go the last 5. 343 goals against average and an .894 save percentage. Do remember he got the loss in the Mike Smith debacle against Winnipeg, so keep that in mind as well. Of it came down to only a difference of 2 goals against Mikko Koskinen that go in and make the difference in him getting a loss, despite the Oilers giving up 6 goals in a hockey game. My friends, it is 8 o'clock, top of the clock. They've got the inside track on what's going on here on Sportsnet. They've got the intro. Now we cut to the picture of Edmonton, the Walterdale Bridge, I believe that is. My goodness, I haven't been down by the river valley in too long. Come on, give me a break right there. However, the Oilers, the Flames, and, well, Edmonton back in those navy blue uniforms. The only one of the alternates I don't have. Oh, but yeah, I've got things going on here. Jersey collection half complete for the season. We'll see what March brings. Like I said, I gotta treat myself to some new stuff here in March, but as we currently find ourselves, it's the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames, the Battle of Alberta. And here's the thing, Connor McDavid, he got his 500 points. He's happy, he's good. First point against Dallas, and then the 100th point against Florida, and then where was 200 was against Vegas, game 173. Then 2018, he did game 240, 300th point against the Jets, 400th against the Ducks on the 2019, and then 500th point February 17th, 2021. And there's the celebration from, okay, the rover. Okay, what are we talking about? The Mars rover. It's hot. It's a hot thing to talk about. Quite potentially. I don't know. Johnny Gaudreau, 17 games played this season, 17 points, 39 shots, and 3 game winners for the Flames. Well, you know, if the Flames would bother doing anything other than losing hockey games and being a 500 club, which that's all they really are, the Oilers an 11-8-0 club, by the way. Yeah, those Flames, they've scored a total of 46 goals this season. That is second lowest in the North Division, next to, who? Yeah, Ottawa at 44. Oh my goodness. If the Oilers can shut out the Flames tonight, we'd be rocking, we'd be rolling. And why the heck is Kevin Bieksa wearing a Hockey Night in Canada patch on his suit? That is the old school blue. Either way, he's looking good doing it, and we're hopefully going to have ourselves a good night doing tonight's hockey stream. I promise you that. Hopefully along for the ride, for the full ride. New format, I understand some people might not be a fan of it, but you know what? I got to do some drastic things to get some drastic results, and I'm hoping tonight it all works out. As Kevin Bieksa, he's got Berkey's Law book up on there. What else does he have? He has Michael Jordan. He's got a couple of great things up there on his shelf this evening. Nordstrom and Riddick getting ready for this game out at the Saddle Dome tonight, or out of the Flames dressing room. They're not at the Saddle Dome tonight because they're in Edmonton at Rogers. I don't know what the caverns of Rogers look like. Come on, what do I look like? A guy who's toured the building before when it opened? Definitely not. Unfortunately, that's one thing I never did. I can promise you that. So let's get this going. We've got ourselves the lines. We know what they look like, right? Connor McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Puljujärvi on the top pair. And then you've got bang, 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 Cahoon, Draisaitl, Yamamoto as your second line. Ennis, Kara, Archibald as the third line. And I believe it would be then Haas, Chiasson, and Neal in there as your fourth line. Yes, Kyle Turris scratched. That also means Cuckoo, Russell, and Darnell Nurse, your left-hand defenseman. Right-hand shots are Larson, Barry, Bouchard. A new look decor that looks pretty solid. You know, everybody was kind of pins and needles. They needed to see Evan Bouchard in the lineup, but I don't think anyone expected Evan Bouchard to come into the lineup and never leave again to this point of the season. I mean, good things happen when you're playing winning hockey, and you can kind of hide some rookie mistakes. But for Mr. Evan Bouchard, it's sure been nice to see a homegrown top 10 pick really come in and develop nicely, and a guy with a lot of hype and buzz. And of course, that's after Mr. Darnell Nurse has stepped into some elite shoes this year, really carrying the Oilers on all aspects of the ice, doing great things. And don't forget, he's playing with Tyson Barrie, who everybody clowns out there as a defensive liability. I'm sorry, if Darnell Nurse was as terrible as everyone still tries to make him out to be, we'd be in a big-time trouble. Okay, big-time trouble, but we aren't. And the Oilers, 11-8-0 on the season, trying to improve to 12-8-0, get those 24 points on the season, which would put us, oh, don't forget it, we don't, the Oilers don't have to see the Jets play the Canucks until when? Tomorrow night, right? Sunday, February 1st. So, hopefully, going into tomorrow morning, we can be a big time 3 points ahead of the Winnipeg Jets for what? Second place in the Pacific. I always want to say the Pacific. The North Division, as the separation in the standings then would get much greater between us and Calgary, even us and Montreal, who have now lost 3 of their last 5. The Oilers, the only team in the North Division to go 4-1 in their last 5. There's several teams, 2 and 3, that being Calgary and Montreal, and then Winnipeg's 3-2, Toronto's 3-1-1, Calgary's Vancouver's 2-3, and then 2-1, pardon me, and then you've got Ottawa, who's also 2-3. So a lot of teams doing a lot of losing, and for a nice change of pace here in the middle of February, it's not the Oilers being one of those teams, and I think we'll all appreciate that. And I think we'll have ourselves a good little hockey stream tonight, as I'm hoping to really wow some socks off and maybe earn myself a contract. I don't know. Let's mess around and have a good time. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's for sure. So, got a couple last commercials here, and then we'll be ready to rock. We'll be ready to roll, hoping the new reverse retro jersey brings some luck. By the way, if you're watching this on replay or you watch this stream, make sure to come to the game review tonight. I'll be posting it about 15 minutes after the game ends. I need you to give me some suggestions as to what I need to do on the back. I've had everything from do the Dolynny TV word art and the D on the back and make it real special. I did do up a Dolynny TV D that has the reverse retro colors, or do I do a Dolynny TV jersey that's not like that and just do a player jersey and have a little bit of fun with it? I'm not 100% sure. Well, I'm not sold, but maybe you can sell me on something in the comments section later this evening. Here we go. We've got the NHL commercial for NHL Live, and then we'll be off and running with a hockey game this evening, hopefully live from Rogers Place in Edmonton. My goodness, I am missing the suit a little bit. I must admit, I am missing the suit. It's not going to feel quite right to call a game in a hockey sweater, but it'll be okay. We'll manage through, and we'll get the job done this evening regardless, because I'm really looking forward to having a great little interesting game with you guys tonight. So, what do we got? Bang, nothing there. And that's it. That's all. Gene Principe on the desk. Thank goodness it's not Ryan Leslie and friends. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside Rogers Place, that being Al Stafford on the PA for Rogers Place, as it's Calgary, Edmonton, top of the clock now, the Battle of Alberta. You'll have the singing voice of the Oilers, Robert Clark, sing us the anthem for tonight's hockey game, and then we'll be standy for what's going to be a good one tonight. He's actually in the building this evening wearing the Mike flag with the alternate jersey colors for the dark blue navy jersey, and he's got a rockin' beard going on. I mean, like rockin'. And then you've got the players on the bench here getting things going for what's going to be our, well, hopefully a good game here. Got everybody looking good. There's the Flames. They're going to start the backline line on the ice this evening. And then they've got Gaudreau and Bennett on the... Oh, Gaudreau still had his helmet on. What? We want to make a controversy about that? I think we could make a controversy about that. Everybody get to Twitter. Tell Johnny Gaudreau he's got to take off his helmet for the Canadian anthem. I don't care where you come from. You got to take that helmet off. All right, Connor McDavid on the bench. You got Milan Lucic there as well. He's a hulk of a man, but man, he just can't skate. Can't skate. That's what ran him out of Edmonton. I promise you that. Mangiapane, Rasmus Anderson, Matthew Tkachuk, Mark Giordano on the blue line for the Calgary Flames. And now the refs at center ice, Leon Draisaitl out there. Looks like they're going to match top line against the Oilers' second line. That's an interesting situation. However, we get set as Robert Clark closes out tonight's opening anthem. And there you go, the beauty shot of Rogers Place gets us underway for what's going to be a good hockey game this evening. The Battle of Alberta for the third time this season. The Oilers won, the Flames won. And, well, now we get the kind of season jump. Who gets to take the lead in the season once again? Remember, there's 10 of these things. It could be an even 5-5 split, and I think an even 5-5 split somehow favors the Oilers' playoff chances. Let me tell you, Mikko Koskinen in net for the Oilers, 6-8-0 on the season, 343 goals against average with an 894 save percentage. You might remember he didn't do so well the last time out against the Calgary Flames. Matthew Tkachuk on the ice for the Calgary Flames. He has had quite an interesting couple of weeks here in Calgary. You'd remember that little bit of situation against Toronto, and now, yeah, things getting hot and heavy for him in the media. Draisaitl versus Backlund in the face-off. Puck is down. Draisaitl wins it to the side. The Oilers will scamper for possession. Now Chris Russell back behind his net. He'll fling it around the boards. The Flames crashing the boards hard. Get it out into neutral ice and back into possession at their own blue line. They start from their own zone, near side boards now. Mark Giordano at the dot, up ahead, far side boards, and the fire in from the red line. That's where it'll be met by Adam Larsson, who will chip it out into neutral territory. Here's Leon Draisaitl banging down the wall. Oh, man, backhand shot, almost had it. Back the other way come the Calgary Flames. Matthew Tkachuk in on the blue line. He's turned back by the poke check of Tyson Barrie, and now Darnell Nurse pitch and catch behind his own net to the aforementioned Barrie, who will move it up ahead into neutral territory. Get it back. Dice into the offensive zone along the near side boards. Fire it in front. Tipped wide by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The top line of the Oilers now out there. Nuge shot not going anywhere. Blocked before it can get in on Jacob Markstrom. Now the Oilers turn it over near the blue line. Nuge, a nice move there around a man. He'll play it back down along the boards to captain Connor McDavid. McDavid, he's going to move this one into the corner. It's going to be fired in and batted there by a couple of players. Tyson Barrie comes up with it. He's dancing at the blue line now across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse activates down low, back to the dots to Connor McDavid, who cycles back to the point. Now Tyson Barrie with the puck. Near side wall, Darnell Nurse. Connor McDavid steps in, looking for the shot. One-timer comes from Barrie, and it goes off the glass and out of play. 18:28 to go, and a dominant first shift from the Oilers' top line. Cuckoo and Bouchard, by the way, your third pair of tonight's hockey game. Matthew Tkachuk going up against Kyler Yamamoto off the opening face-off. Yamamoto's like, what the heck you doing, bud? Now, Draisaitl, good chance there. That first opening chance, the second line getting the Oilers on the board in the shot column. Turned back the other way. Tkachuk picked that one up. Now, a fourth line shift for the Edmonton Oilers. James Neal lines up in the face-off dot. He wins it to the side. I guess both players kind of shoved it to the side. Bennett in the dots for the Flames. However, the Flames, they get it into possession, move it out in neutral ice territory. Oh my goodness, Slater Cuckoo absolutely rocked. And he is down and he is hurt in the neutral ice. Slater Cuckoo takes a freight train of a hit. I don't even think anyone caught the number of that truck moving through neutral territory, but I think Cuckoo's going to catch the number of the trainer taking him down the tunnel here. 18-14 to go in this first period, and it looks like we may have a penalty coming up to Sam Bennett. Here's the chance as Bennett comes in and he just blindsides Slater Cuckoo, explodes through him. I don't know if that's point of contact is the head. Not really. It's shoulder, and I guess the shoulder of Cuckoo more so whiplashes his head. But just an explosive neutral ice hit a little bit late, maybe you could say, from Sam Bennett, and Slater Cuckoo in obvious pain up off the ice on his own power. Down the tunnel he goes, and the Oilers will go to the power play. Yes, it's late for interference on Sam Bennett. Only a 2-minute minor that sends one of our defensemen to the box down the tunnel for whoever knows how long. The Flames, they win the opening face-off on the penalty kill. They face it down behind to Mikko Koskinen, who's going to try and be half as effective playing the puck as Mike Smith was last night. Now Tyson Barrie starts out of the zone, maybe slashed there. They were calling that earlier in the year, but they're not going to call it here in the Battle of Alberta by the looks of it. The Oilers, they fail the attack into the zone, so it's cleared back to the neutral ice territory where Tyson Barrie once again will cut back near the Oilers' blue line, now across the red, dumping it off to Leon Draisaitl, who carries it into Flames territory. Around a man, that's the second time he's done that tonight already. Back to Barrie now at the blue line, a minute 19 to go in the power play. Across, and that's going to be Nugent Hopkins to Connor McDavid, loads up to Barrie. Barrie's looking for McDavid, doesn't really have him as an option, now he does. McDavid near side half wall to the point, Barrie slap shot on, scramble in front, down is Markstrom. The Oilers, they come up with the puck back to the blue line, another blast in. That one hits a man and goes out of play. Tyson Barrie rips 2 shots, causes chaos, and gets a face-off in the offensive zone. 17-12 to go in the first period with 58 seconds left in this power play for the Oilers. That was an absolute rocket in on Markstrom. No chance of swallowing that up. Thankfully, a key stick of Chris Tanev for the Flames bats that chance out of their own crease, but not so fortunate for us Oilers fans. Now off the face-off. The Oilers win it, and they're going to set up possession down low. They feed it Chase on back to Nugent Hopkins. Barrie looking for McDavid near side dot. He's got him. McDavid back. Barrie looking for the shot. Doesn't have it. Nuge now he's going to fire a shot. Rifles it wide. This one's going to go back to the boards, top of the zone, and back around the other way. It's reversed and once again met by an Oilers stick who turns it over behind the net to a Flame stick. Draisaitl, however, comes up with that puck. McDavid back door. Looking for it, can't get it going. Tyson Barrie, no shot with Markstrom down. Draisaitl back to McDavid, 21 seconds to go in this power play. He's going to walk in. Chiasson scores! On the doorstep, off a pad and back of the net. Alex Chiasson's got the Oilers' first goal of the night. And it is 1-0 Oilers, 16:31 to go in this first period. The Flames without a shot. The Oilers with every shot of the game so far, and the game's first goal on the power play. Draisaitl back to the point there. McDavid allowed to walk on down. Tippity tap, backdoor, beauty pass by Connor McDavid, walking through so many Calgary Flames. That wasn't off a pad. That was perfectly on the stick of Alex Chiasson, who redirects it past the toe of Jacob Markstrom. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers this evening as we're off and running in the Battle of Alberta version number 3 of the season so far. A good start for the Oilers here. Kara versus Bennett at the center ice face-off dot. And now Kara's got his stick down. Bennett wins it back. And we're going to have ourselves a fight. How about Sam Bennett and Jujhar Kara? This was staged. Bennett comes out chucking the first punch. Now you've got Jujhar Kara holding on for dear life. He gets a gut shot in. Kara looking to free it up over the top. Clobbers Bennett with a shot. Again, gets nasty. Bennett throwing wildly. Kara throwing a couple, and they're going to grapple Kara again, trying to get free. He's got Bennett down, and they're going to break this one up as Kara and Bennett just barely lost grip of each other, and it was enough to send Bennett to the ice and send the fight over by the refs and both to the penalty box. This one right off the face-off dot. I don't know how you coordinate something like that off the face-off in today's NHL, but you ought to like it. Jujhar Khaira looking for approval from Dave Tippett before dropping the gloves. And then him and Bennett do the little bit of a dance. Nobody really gets a good shot in. I mean, I guess you could say Jujhar Khaira probably got the best shot of the fight in, but that's all right. We're off and really running in the Battle of Alberta now. As this one, third goal of the season for Alex Chiasson, by the way, assisted by McDavid and Draisaitl. So the Oilers stand a pretty good chance of winning this hockey game now that both those guys have a point. As we've done it 2 games this season without him. This one off a skate of Chris Russell, redirected in front onto the pad of Mikko Koskinen, and Elias Lindholm sees his redirected shot stopped for a whistle at 16:09 of the first period. The Flames credited with a shot on goal, apparently. I wouldn't exactly agree with that. It's off of the stick of Chris Russell in front, and Mikko Koskinen swallows it up. No rebound to be had, nothing scrambling in net. So now the face-off, Connor McDavid loses it back. The Flames gain possession. They're near the blue line. This one's going to be bobbled off the stick of Johnny Gaudreau, now back behind the net for the Flames. They're looking to set up the attack. Chris Russell runs a man into the end boards. Giordano's got it at the point. Backdoor tip not available to the Flames on the Giordano shot. Now behind the Oilers net. Johnny Gaudreau setting up. Nice tie-up by Tyler Ennis. This one goes up and out of play. And 15:46 remains in this first period. Mikko Koskinen seeing his first real action of the game just about 4.5 minutes into this one. Now there's that first one. Ooh, was that a little bit of crossbar I see there? Ooh, baby, come on. Yeah, that was something. That was a little bit of something. You only have one angle to look at it, really, and I mean, indeterminate at best. As the Oilers win the face-off, they're going to clear it off the boards right to Rasmus Andersson, who will fire it back around the other way to Mark Giordano. He'll play it. One-timer comes, blocked in front, hits wide, and now Mangiapane has it behind the net. He's bullied down to the ice by Darnell Nurse, and this one will be flipped back into neutral territory. The Oilers give chase in the Flames zone. However, they do not come up with that puck, and the Flames cross half ice and fire it in on the dump in. Mikko Koskinen doing that disrupting job that Mike Smith did the other night. The Flames, they come up with possession, though, now streaking in. Noah Hannafin's going to shoot, fire into the chest of Mikko Koskinen, and it's a save made. Darnell Nurse takes a piece of Matthew Tkachuk after the whistle, after Tkachuk roughed up Tyson Barrie just a little bit. You might remember last night there was a hilarious blooper on the live feed about Tyson Barrie asking the ref about an icing call. If you caught that one, you've got good ears and you've got a good chuckle out of it, I'm sure, because it was a good little moment for sure. Sportsnet letting that go on the broadcast. You just don't know what those players are going to say when you've got the mic hot from the boards, and it was quite something last night to hear that on a broadcast. Something you'd normally hear at a Junior B game. The last games I've called. Now, face-off for the Flames. They lose it back, and now the Oilers in possession, coming out of the zone. Yes, Puljujarvi's going to chip it down into Flames territory, and away the Flames try to come up with this one. The Oilers, though, they're with it after a misdirection, and the Oilers will set up the attack here. Now Tyson Barrie's in, looking for a lane to pass. Connor McDavid, not a clue where that puck is, just had a sense it was in his skates, and flicks the skate and stick at it and gets it into Flames territory, and that's the best he can do before the Flames don't ice this puck. Takes a couple of hops, and it's now back to the near side wall in the Oilers zone. And, well, Milan Lucic, he's going to play it out in front. Nothing happening there. Connor McDavid up with the puck. He's in flight. He's got a couple of men to beat. He's going to throw it out of the reach of Darnell Nurse, who makes it into the reach of Connor McDavid. Backdoor, Nugent Hopkins scores! Ooh, it took a second there for me to realize what's going on. Jacob Markstrom looked like he might have swallowed that up with the glove. But oh no, baby, that is a 2-0 goal and 2 just laser precision passes from Connor McDavid to get this game a 2-0 lead. 14:19 to go in the first period for the Edmonton Oilers. And my goodness, what effort from Darnell Nurse to keep that play alive in the offensive zone. Lifts the stick, and my goodness, what a shot by Nugent Hopkins to just absolutely roof job that baby. Top shelf, and the Oilers take the 2-0 lead. Connor McDavid, you got to marvel. Sometimes, we're all about the wheels. Sometimes we're all about the shot. But you know what? There's games where it's all about that precision passing. Let me tell you, you got to love it. So now here we go. This one's going to get going. 14:04 to go in this first period. So here we go. Evan Bouchard, he's got it back behind the net. Chris Russell fires it around for the Oilers now. Off the attack, the Flames are retreating into their own zone. Nuge assisted by McDavid. The Flames trying to start this one out of their own zone. The Oilers keeping the pressure on. 3-4 checkers high before everybody peels off for a line change. They're still looking for an option. They fire it behind their own net, and now Mark Giordano will lead the breakout. He headmans it up the ice, and that's not going to be an icing. That one was touched on the way through the neutral. Big hit from the Flames there, but the Oilers back the other way. It's not going to matter much. They're 3-on-2. Kyler Yamamoto dances around a man, fires the shot, marks from the save. A precarious rebound out to no man's land, and somehow came up for the Flames in the neutral territory. The Oilers clawing it back. They've got a couple of chances. Now Yamamoto just outskated there. That's all right, as the Oilers will see this one tipped into their own zone. Met there by Darnell Nurse, and we've got a penalty coming up. Interference against the Edmonton Oilers on this one, by the looks of it, as they touch up the puck. 2 goals from the Oilers so far. Nugent Hopkins and Leon Draisaitl, not a big factor getting the secondary assist, but you got to credit Alex Chase on sticking with it, being in front of the net, doing his job, and really appreciating what makes him a special player on the power play, I guess you could say. So I've got something I got to share with you here, apparently. As what do we got? There we go. Check my email. There we go. Let's see what we've got here. All right, I've got something special I want to share with you. There we go. Okay. So I got to check that out. I don't have time to edit on the fly. Sorry, Danny. I apologize, my friend. We'll figure it out for next time. But here we go. A 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers. Only so many minutes into this hockey game. What? We're 7 minutes into the hockey game. The Oilers lead 2-0. They've come out hot. There's been a fight. What more can you ask for on a Saturday night, right? It's a pretty good one so far. This is more so what we are asking for the Battle of Alberta. Absolutely. That Nugent Hopkins goal, that is a thing of beauty. You watch Connor McDavid make one pass in a game and you're like, oh, that guy's good at passing. You watch him do it twice for a 2-0 lead. Oh, my goodness. Come on now. That is amazing. The Flames, Leafs, I think they're Scotiabank Wednesday Night Hockey this week. But we've got just a couple more advertisements to get through, and then we're back to the hockey action. And let me tell you, it's been a good first period out of the Oilers so far. Something we're looking forward to seeing more of. They're dominating the pace of play. They're dominating the hockey game. Leon Draisaitl going off for interference. Where's this interference penalty? As he goes and just, kind of hook slash, tried to trip Johnny Gaudreau into the zone, trying to slow him down as Gaudreau maybe blew by Draisaitl more than he would have liked. The Oilers to the penalty kill now. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. The Oilers, their first chance on the PK this evening. 2 minutes for the Flames, 13:01 to go in the first period. Nugent Hopkins, he's going to look down. Lindholm doesn't get kicked out, him neither. So now the Flames, they control off the face-off back to the point. Johnny Gaudreau has it near side dot. He's going to walk in, try and fake something, and just have to dump it behind the net and hope for a fortunate bounce, which he does get. And the Flames keep possession. 1:48 to go in this power play. The Flames now with the blue line possession. They're going to wheel in, walk the shot, and this one's going to go into the corner, deflected off a couple of players, I believe. And a puck out of play. 1:40 left in the Flames power play. That's a good chance there, trying to pick that corner, and just goes right up and out of play on a deflection. Lindholm would have loved to have that one. The Flames probably needed that one, quite honestly. A pivotal game for them, but hopefully a game the Oilers can kind of send them into the dirty blues this evening. As this one behind the net, the Oilers scrambling to get to that puck. The Flames get there. 3 Oilers converge, man free in net, and this one's going to be shot, blocked by Darnell Nurse. The Flames come up with the puck once again at the blue line, now near side half wall. And Anderson's going to pass it on over. Now the Flames walk in, try to set up the attack. This one's down low to Matthew Tkachuk, who sees that puck cleared to the blue line on the between the legs attempt. He's had about 3 of those in this Battle of Alberta series. Scramble in front. That's a goal. And they are pointing, man, Matthew Tkachuk right on the doorstep. Banged in somehow by the Calgary Flames. And I'm telling you, the goals in this one, a 2-1 hockey game, if that one stands, somehow, some way, all banged in from just right on the doorstep. Matthew Tkachuk right there. You got to be kidding me. That's goalie interference. Nurse did not get there to push him in until he was already on top of Koskinen, and there should be no way this goal stands, and I would risk the penalty if you take it, as Mangiapane cashes it in front with 3 Edmonton Oilers in the crease. Mikko Koskinen down and out. I guess you can argue, but Tkachuk definitely was sitting there. I know exactly what I'm doing on this play. I'm driving hard into Koskinen as soon as Darnell Nurse touches me. Darnell Nurse just puts a hand on him, and he dies into Koskinen ASAP. And that is a goal for the Calgary Flames by the looks of it. 12:06 to go, and it looks like we have potentially a coach's challenge coming up. Connor McDavid's talking to Dave Tippett. They're taking a look. They're giving him time here to look. 12:06 to go. Connor McDavid can't believe that one stood. And now we got to make a decision here is what the referee is saying. This one just crashing the crease. Dirty hockey. And it gets the job done. I mean, hey, if we see the Oilers do that all the time, we'd be loving it, right? Scoring those kind of goals. Now that the old replay curse is off the Oilers as of last season, it would be nice to definitely see the Oilers do a bunch of that, even the rest of the way home in this one. But I don't know what you quite think of that. Koskinen's backing off, trying to make the save across, right, as he doesn't know where that puck is. He's got the pads splayed. Tkachuk pushes him through, but how much does Darnell Nurse push Tkachuk through the crease? Mangiapane's got to skate in the crease. It is just a mess. Adam Larsson's on the ice. He can't even get off his feet. He knocks down Mangiapane as soon as he gets to his feet. And I really don't know what to say about this one. It could go either way, and I think that's fair if it goes either way. If it's a goal, hey, it's a good hard-working goal. If it's not a goal, Matthew Tkachuk's to blame, and thankfully it remains 2-0. Either way, I guess it remains to be determined by the referees in the call center in Toronto. They'll try and review this one. Here's the angle, the reverse angle. Matthew Tkachuk, yeah, Darnell Nurse does not plow him into Koskinen by any means. Tkachuk sees that Darnell Nurse made contact, and Tkachuk absolutely runs Koskinen into the crease and through the net, essentially, as soon as that one goes. As now we're sitting on a coach's challenge. Yeah, they've got the 2 men at the center of it all here. Dave Tippett and Matthew Tkachuk. Now Mangiapane gets some screen time on Sportsnet. And we got to see what we can get out of this one. I'm really not sure what to call this one either way. Yeah, they're talking about the contact now. It's Louis DeBrusque bringing it down, but there's that cross check just before Darnell Nurse makes contact from Matthew Tkachuk on Mikko Koskinen. How much that determines the call, I guess, will determine how the call goes, whether it be a goal or not a goal. Right there, that one right there, as he just goes right in just before the contact, and here we go. It's a good goal. The Oilers are charged with a bench minor, however, it's a power play goal. And if that ain't the way the momentum shifts in this hockey game, it very well could be, as number 19 crimes here, getting the job done and allowing Andrew Mangiapane to score a greasy goal for the Flames, a hard-working, nitty-gritty goal in front of the net. I think every goal's been scored from, a foot out from the crease this game so far. Look for more of that this evening. I guess that's going to be the theme of it. Not really much you can fault there. That's just one of those weird ones where everybody collapses and somehow a puck goes freely into the net. Delay a game. Tyler Ennis will go serve it for the Oilers. We have a face-off at center ice, a 2-minute power play for the Flames. Gaetan Haas wins the face-off, and he's going to get it back to Darnell Nurse, who dumps it in, and Haas will go chasing after it. Markstrom out of his net to play the puck, and the Flames regroup behind their own net, now leading out into the neutral ice territory, dumping it back to their own. Johnny Gaudreau out of their own end, now through the neutral, now to Mangiapane on the near side half wall of the offensive zone in the Oilers' end. Mangiapane there, he gets it back to the point where now Rasmus Andersson will walk the blue line. He'll fire a shot, gloved out of air, looking for a tip in front Lindholm, and Mikko Koskinen, his sixth save already of the evening, 11:37 to go. And the Flames, you know what, as soon as that power play got going, they've kind of shifted the momentum, and I guess it'll be up to the Oilers. Kill this one here, and then try and regain whatever you had in that first 7 minutes of the hockey game. Draisaitl, a lazy penalty, and it looks like it's now going to maybe cost the Oilers on this one. The Oilers, however, see the Flames win the face-off too clean. Goes back down into their own zone, and they're going to kill at least another 5 seconds before it gets into their own territory. Nice play, stand-up play by Darnell Nurse at the blue line. He's all kinds of turnaround, gets a chip back in. Minute 15 remains on the power play for the Flames as the Oilers penalty kill. So far, so good this evening. Realistically, if you take away that greasy goal scored by the Flames, which, again, could have gone either way in my opinion, and the call on the ice was a goal, so they had to call it, and now we've got a play whistle down here. Tkachuk's looking for something. He's very upset at the referee. He's very upset with the ref on this one. And I'm not sure. This game getting a little interesting, right? The greasy goals, the fight already. Things are getting fun in this one, that's for sure. The Flames, a couple power plays. They've got a goal on one. The Oilers have a power play goal, and we'll have a face-off outside of the Edmonton Oilers zone. Tkachuk all the way lined up on the near side boards as it's a neutral zone face-off. They line up 4-on-4 with a flyer on the near side boards as Tkachuk out there. That's an option play, I guess, is what they're looking for on the one-timer side. I don't know. I can't tell you what the strategy is here from the Flames. They probably can't either. They're just trying anything that works at this point. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Shot directed down low. Big save from Mikko Koskinen. He doesn't know where he has it, but he has it frozen, and the refs blow the play dead with 45 seconds to go on the power play clock. The Oilers doing everything it takes to try and kill back-to-back penalties here, but it's a couple of tight end chances from Tkachuk. That's a big save from Mikko Koskinen. And Tkachuk's really buzzing in this one, not so much in the nitty-gritty part of the game, but just really going to the net and trying to create havoc, especially on these power plays that came up with the goal so far. The Oilers dump it in on Markstrom. They'll kill some more clock here. 35 seconds to go in the penalty kill for the Oilers. 10:38 to go in this first period. Johnny Gaudreau across the blue line. He dumps it back to the blue line. Rasmus Andersson, the one-timer, blast on, and a save from Mikko Koskinen to keep the door shut. A 2-1 game. 9 shots now credited to Calgary in this first period with 25 seconds to go in the penalty kill, the bench minor that Tyler Ennis is serving for the Oilers. Darnell Nurse, Adam Larsson out there on the D pair right now. You're going to see the Oilers try and draw up this face-off. Remember, Slater Cuckoo, a big-time penalty killer for the Oilers. Down the tunnel, I haven't seen him since. Now paying attention, probably not, but 10:23 to go in this first period. 15 seconds left in the power play for the Flames. They've got the second unit out there. Lucic is on the ice. That one, an offside play as Giordano saw it get tied up in his pants, carried it across the blue line like that, and then played her as soon as it hit the ice in the offensive zone. And it'll be whistled back with 9 seconds to go in the penalty to, well, I guess the Oilers bench, you could say. I guess you could say that. Realistically, it's Tyler Ennis serving it. I don't know how the rules work, crediting those penalty minutes to whoever, but the Calgary Flames doubling up in shots so far this period. 10-5 on the Oilers, now on pace for just about 20 shots this period. So a solid 900 save percentage for Mikko Koskinen so far. Adam Larsson comes up with the puck, deflects it to Connor McDavid, who gets it now to Darnell Nurse, who's in flight. Nurse across to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl will play that puck, and he'll see it lost there to Dylan Dubé, who comes back the other way for the Flames, fires a shot, goes wide, and now met by Jesse Puljujärvi, who's battled off the puck, and the Flames regroup in neutral zone. They'll fire the puck in. Mikko Koskinen doesn't even think about coming out to play that. Darnell Nurse up against Milan Lucic. He can't get anything going. Sam Bennett out of the box after that fighting major. Now the Oilers come up with the puck in their own zone. They're going to come break out. Yes, Puljujärvi overskates that puck, gets it right back. However, fires it in on Jacob Markstrom, who plays it across to his defenseman. A little bit of a misplay there before Milan Lucic bats it back into Edmonton Oilers territory. Tyson Barrie on the ice now. He's got the puck. He'll play it to Chris Russell, who will see it come right back to him, does Russell. Now the Oilers break out of their own zone, tipped into the Flames territory. Alex Chiasson strong on the boards, tries to come up with that puck. The Flames almost come up with it. The Oilers regroup in their own zone on the play. This one tipped And that is, it's going to be an icing call. I thought it was tipped, but it was chipped all the way down the ice without a touch. And we've got ourselves an icing call here in this first period, midway through the action. Connor McDavid out there skating hard, almost creates the turnover, just a check too late and a stick not on the ice. Chris Tanev bobbles it and almost created havoc in his own end. Couldn't get it done for the Oilers though, and they'll find themselves in their own zone on an icing call. Gaetan wins the face-off. It's flipped into neutral territory down, and there's James Neal looking to meet this puck. He's not going to do it, but Chiasson will on the Flames side of half of the ice. And now Chiasson and Mangiapane chipping and chirping at each other. The Flames carried in, now looking for an option. Shot swallowed up by Koskinen from the half wall. And thankfully, you know what, there have been some dangerous chances for the Calgary Flames this evening. And they do have more shots by double than the Oilers. But thankfully, there's been some easy ones. Thrown right into the breadbasket of Mikko Koskinen, and a job easily done so far for our goaltender, Mikko Koskinen, this evening. So here we go. We've got ourselves a 2-1 game, a good little Battle of Alberta developing here. Let me tell you, enjoying this one so far, as it's a key one in the standings. A win here would get Calgary within 3 points of the second place Oilers, allowing Winnipeg to take second place if they win tomorrow. But if the Oilers can win tonight, they take 24 points, 6 back of the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have now played 19 games. The Oilers, at the end of tonight, will have played 20 and have 12 wins, hopefully, if they can hold on and expand on this 2-1 lead. All right, let's get to the scoreboard here. The details you need to know as we're on commercial break. The little color in between. Chiasson from Draisaitl and McDavid on the power play got the scoring opened. Then Darnell Nurse, good effort to Connor McDavid, to then Nugent Hopkins in front, his 8th goal of the season, and the goals are coming in bunches for Nuge now. But then followed up by a greasy, grindy effort from Matthew Tkachuk and Andrew Mangiapane to get the job done for the Flames on the power play. Both teams with a power play goal each. And they're really going out there battling this one, that is for sure. So the shots on goal, 11-5 for the Flames, 8-5 the hits for the Oilers, 10-8 the face-offs for the Flames, 2-2 the giveaways for each squad, and 2 block shots credited to the Edmonton Oilers at this point. So it's been a solid game so far for both teams. A good hot start, a fight between Kara and Bennett. And now you've got Dave Tippett, his 600th career win. Now, we go all the way back. Oh man, that Dave Tippett stash, let me tell you. That guy had some jet black hair. Wow. Now, the Flames win the faceoff. Maybe the Oilers won it. Who knows? They didn't cut in quick enough. But Yamamoto back the other way, now into Flames territory. He's on the offensive zone attack. He beats Giordano around like twice. And now Cahoon getting scrambly on a puck. Draisaitl held up by Rasmus Andersson. The Flames regroup, almost turn over the puck, and they default back to their defenseman. Now, look at Yamamoto's effort along the far side corner. He can't get the puck, though the Flames trying to break out of their own zone, kind of hemmed in here. And finally, the Oilers create the turnover. Tyson Barrie dancing at the blue line. He's got men open. He's going to fire the shot. Save. Follow-up effort. Back behind the net. Now Draisaitl. Near side dot. Deflected in front. Cahoon can't bury it. Goes wide. Darnell Nurse back. Oh my goodness. Cross ice. One-timer. Draisaitl off the side of the net. And it'll be flipped out by the Calgary Flames. So much action happening all at once for the Oilers on that offensive second line shift. And it'll be an icing as they just get a little gung-ho, trying to move it up through the neutral zone a little too quick. 7:42 to go in the first period. And the Oilers, all of a sudden, when they jump on a puck, jump on a puck. And they really get the effort going. That was a beautiful walk of the line by Tyson Barrie. He shoots the puck. That one, follow-up effort, goes right back to him. Draisaitl gets the tip in front. Cahoon can't bury it. Then Yamamoto went back to the blue line, and Nurse fired it across for the Draisaitl one-timer off the side of the net. And then resulting in the clear that resulted in the icing. Tyson Barrie, 13 points in his last 11 games for the Oilers. Tell me he ain't happy with that. As the Flames, they've kind of got, yes, Puljujärvi, Darnell Nurse, and crew hemmed in their own zone. Puljujärvi looking sharp in that number 13. He's trying to get something going here. Now all of a sudden it's going to be back to the blue line. Flames get this one going in front. It's another greasy, grindy effort. Mikko Koskinen, not a clue where it is. Oilers can't clear it. Flames, they control it at the blue line. Shot saved by Koskinen. He's made many so far this period, and the Oilers dead tired, can't get out of their own zone. Going to go for a change as Draisaitl. They are just running on fumes. You can smell something bad happening here. Draisaitl's trying to tip this one to the point. This one again beat down. The Oilers just dying for a cover here from Mikko Koskinen, and they're going to get it as he dives across, cuts the legs out from underneath Milan Lucic. 6:45 to go in the first period, and a cover that'll allow a line change for the very dead, very tired, very exhausted, much overworked Edmonton Oilers who were on the ice after that icing call. My goodness, you want to see guys out of gas. That was a textbook definition. Could not get a stick on a puck, could not skate worth a dang. And then, well, you know what, it was a little bit of a shooting gallery on Mikko Koskinen because of it. Dives over that puck, takes out the legs of Lucic, and thankfully covers it up. 15-6 the shots for the Calgary Flames, now on pace for 22 shots this period. That would be insanity, but the Flames, the Oilers knew we're going to come out pushing in this one. They win the face-off yet again. Flames trying to come up with possession here, but how about the Oilers grinding it out along the boards, trying to get it out of their own end for the first time in several moments now. This one deflected down. Gaudreau bats it to an open, quiet area. Anderson finds it there. He's going to play it back, and now all of a sudden you got James Neal in the fray with Johnny Gaudreau and another Flame getting to work, and now the Oilers might just get out of their zone yet. Bouchard got it up to Chase on, who pushed it out to the neutral ice territory, and yes, sirree, you've got yourself a clear, but another puck fired right back in. Mikko Koskinen rims it off the boards right to a waiting Alex Chiasson, who throws it into the skates of Connor McDavid. Now to Evan Bouchard, who's going to fire it in off of James Neal, some shoulder or something there. Hopefully not an Ethan Bear situation. And back the other way it comes. The Flames dribble out one on net. I mean dribble, because that puck was bouncing like a knuckleball. And it sits on Mikko Koskinen for the cover and the whistle. Nice chance here. What a knuckler. And that one, a mid-grade hop, just about fools Mikko Koskinen any higher. It might go right through underneath the arm and back of the net, but he makes another save. And count them up. They are coming fast and hard on him so far this game. Another big save for Mikko Koskinen, who's made way too many saves in a first period. But the Oilers, you know what, like I said, they did expect a harder effort from the Calgary Flames, and my goodness, are they getting it tonight. So far in their own zone are the Oilers. So hopefully a shift to the momentum coming up, because my goodness, those two penalties have just killed the Oilers' momentum that they had coming out of the gate. The 2-0 lead, a power play goal against, a failed coach's challenge, and a power play against again. And now, well, the Flames squarely in the driver's seat in this late half of this first period. Commercial break now. Let's see what we can get going here. As oh, Danny, I gotta listen. Right? That's solid. Sounds good. Sounds good, Danny. We'll have to cut that up and have a little bit of fun with it, let me tell you. All right, here we go. Slater Cuckoo still not back in the game after taking that hit from Sam Bennett. I mean, I guess that's probably what Jujhar Khaira was fighting Sam Bennett about. Hopefully. And he will not return. That is Gene Principe giving us that. There you go. Slater Cuckoo will not return this evening for the Edmonton Oilers. That's unfortunate. All right, face-off one. Darnell Nurse behind his own net. He'll come up with it, play it into neutral ice territory where Connor McDavid will flip it ahead to Is that Connor McDavid or is that Ryan Nugent? Oh, that's Tyler Ennis. Hold on. I was seeing numbers backwards there, ladies and gentlemen. 5:33 to go in the first period. The Oilers settle into a neutral zone attack, and, well, they're going to flip it right on to Jacob Markstrom, who will leave it there behind his net. Almost gives it away to a waiting Oilers stick. It's the nitty-gritty dirt line out there for the Oilers. Jujhar Khaira, Josh Archibald, Tyler Ennis trying to create havoc. The Flames now in the Oilers zone, trying to hem them in. Back behind the net, Kachuk's looking for an option. He's going to go out. Shot comes in, blocked in front. Nice play by Adam Larsson to regroup that one immediately and get it across to Darnell Nurse, who will skate it out. 5 minutes on the clock. This a long first period here. You've had about everything you can have in the first period of a Battle of Alberta without a fight in the previous game, right? No line brawls or anything crazy happening. 17-6 the shots on goal for Calgary. They carry it into the Oilers zone. Bending it around Bouchard. Bouchard with the last second poke check to disrupt the drive to the net. Now back to the net. Oh, actually blue line that goes. And it's poked out of the Oilers zone all the way down in the Flames territory. Markstrom out to play it heavily out of his net. But the Oilers come up with his puck. Nice turnover forced by Kyler Yamamoto off the half wall. Back to the blue line. Bouchard there from Draisaitl. He'll go across. Chris Russell dancing. He's looking for an option. He may walk in and just shoot this one on Markstrom. A battle in front. An awkward save. And we've got an Oilers shot at long last. 4:13 to go in this first period. Really would have liked to see Bouchard be able to tee that one up from Chris Russell, but he had other plans as he walked in there and ripped a shot on Markstrom. A good, solid, hard shot that forced a cover. And look at this one. Nice open shooting lane. Cahoon looking for the tip. And Markstrom, an awkward save, makes it number 5 on the night for him after allowing 2 goals on 7 shots. And now you've got the first line out there with the third D pairing or whatever's left of it. Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard taking a face-off together. And now you've got a chance here as McDavid, he'll come up with the puck. And now the Oilers in on the attack. McDavid shoved off the puck, back around, turned over by Jacob Markstrom, who gets it fed back to Nugent Hopkins. McDavid behind the net looking for an option. He's going to drive it across, and there's Darnell Nurse, fires the shot. Another cover from Jacob Markstrom, and you got to feel a couple of bad plays by the Flames in their own zone suddenly giving the Oilers a little bit of life in the offensive zone, and the shots are coming, but no rebounds their way as Jacob Markstrom snags that out of thin air and makes the save and the face-off for the Flames. A cool, calm, collected effort there from Markstrom, but the Oilers cracked him twice already and hoping to crack him a couple more times, maybe in this first period. Now Gaetan Haas in the face-off dot. He's going to win it back to the point. Darnell Nurse blasts the shot. Chase on just did not see that puck taking the deflection in the corner, or he could have maybe deflected that one even better than that first goal on the power play. This one cleared by the Flames down the ice. Evan Bouchard on the horse, getting back behind his own net. He plays it there. It'll be turned over to the Flames. A bad giveaway, but one that not looking to hurt the Oilers too bad yet. Going back the other way, and now Bouchard a chance to redeem himself again. Turns the puck over to a Flame stick in front, blocked by Darnell Nurse down on one knee. 3:17 to go in this first period. James Neal gets it out into the neutral. Now Gaetan Haas battling. He gets horse-collared down to the ice. He doesn't like that. Somehow gets away with it, and it's a penalty to the Calgary Flames. You betcha. A hold right there. I was going to say, you don't see a horse collar in the NHL get called too often, and he gets called for it. And that's going to result in another Oilers power play here. And they're going to call it a hold against Gaetan, well, against whoever was holding Gaetan Haas right there. It's actually Michael Backlund. Gets over there and just shoves him down to the ice. The puck's right there, but neither player really playing it. And then James Neal and Matthew Tkachuk getting into it. A hold against Michael Backlund, and here's a chance for the Oilers to shift the momentum, the face-off there for Nugent Hopkins, or Draisaitl, pardon me, as Chason's telling him what's going on, and it's going to be one back. Now Nuge gets it back to the point. Barry, back to Nuge. They're looking across. Now Barry down to McDavid. McDavid looking, waiting, turns back, goes down deeper. Back to the point. Now Barry across to Nuge. Nuge back there to Barry. Barry's going to rip the shot. Fires and scores! My goodness, what a goal. Just one of those seeing eye shots from the blue line. The boys are already on the board celebrating. And you have got to be kidding me. That was a laser beam of a shot from the point. And it's going to be a tip by Connor McDavid in the high slot, it looks like. that gets this one back of the net on Jacob Markstrom. What a play here. Nice little cut back, Draisaitl back to the point. This one across, Nuge back to Tyson Barrie. And watch this one. What a tip through several guys by Connor McDavid, and a guy who's having himself a hockey game tonight. Jacob Markstrom, no hope of seeing that one after 2 deflections off the ice, a deflection off a stick. Yeah, there was like 3 bounces in there. And you see Markstrom's reaction say it all, and you like to see that. As Oilers fans, heck yeah, just a nice seeing eye tip by Connor McDavid. And finally, the Oilers score a tip goal on the power play. How good does that feel to get 3-1 for the Oilers? Back the other way now, the Flames off the face-off. Tyson Barrie shoves his man 3-1 on 9 shots compared to the Flames 17. Have yourself a game in the first period. Mikko Koskinen out to play at Jacob Markstrom. He'll turn back the Oilers' attack. And now Sam Bennett gets it going. Barrie and Nugent Hopkins the assists on Mr. Connor McDavid's big goal there to make it 3-1. And don't forget, that's Tyson Barrie extending that crazy run. What now? 14 points in 12 games? That's a heck of a run if you're Tyson Barrie on a blue line for the Edmonton Oilers. Draisaitl, McDavid, they've been combining for a lot of points so far tonight, right? Draisaitl 1 point. I guess he doesn't get credited because Nuge gets the assist on the Barrie shot because of McDavid's tip. But Nuge 2 points, McDavid 3, Barrie's got 1, and everybody's dancing around having a good time. Back out of the zone, the Oilers come, and we're going to have a face-off right back in the zone. They're not going to rule that one a legal face-off. 18-9 the shots for the Calgary Flames in this one. What a first period in the Battle of Alberta. Yes, sir. All right, 2:25 to go in the first period. This one back down the ice. And 18-19 the shots. That's a crazy statistic when you consider it's a 3-1 lead for the Oilers, but maybe the Flames season in a nutshell. And haha, good on them, because it's nice to see Calgary struggle when the Oilers are out there succeeding, especially all in an all-Canadian division. McDavid at the top of the ice. He can't get it going in the offensive zone. Way too many moves, way too little space. Way too little time. He's got the puck back, trying to lead the attack in. Now Puljujarvi and McDavid in on the forecheck. Puljujarvi on Valimaki. He takes him into the boards, ties him up. Valimaki not expecting that, having Puljujarvi on him that fast. Puljujarvi digging that big stick in there. He's almost freed it up. Now he does. He's going to rim it around top of the boards, and now shot fired in, blocked in front. The Flames are going to get it out ahead. Breakaway now. Johnny Gaudreau. Nice tip play. Darnell Nurse to force a weak backhand shot by Johnny Gaudreau. And we've got $1:30 to go in this first period. 3-1 for the Edmonton Oilers as we enter the stretch drive of this first period. Really a time where not much normally happens for the Oilers. You remember that goal earlier in the season where Connor McDavid scored with 1.3 seconds. But that's about the most excitement we've had in the last minute in terms of really excitement. So we'll see what this Battle of Alberta crazy first period brings for us here now with $1:30 on the clock. The face-off can't get underway the first time, isn't going to get underway the second time as Michael Backlund's waved out. All the players do the shuffle, and we've got ourselves our third attempt at facing this one off between 2 players in the left-hand dot in the Oilers zone. Now Chris Russell, he wins the face-off. Adam Larsson, he's going to get it going. Darnell Nurse, not out there. It's Leon Draisaitl who I was trying to call the name of. Pardon me. Still, been a long time since I last did this. $1:15 to go now in the first period. The Flames out of their own territory. They're going to fire it down the ice on his horse. Adam Larsson meets it there for an icing call. And the Calgary Flames find themselves in their own zone with 1:10 to go. And look who's jumping over the boards. Connor McDavid doing the skate of death down into Flames territory, looking to light them up for a 4th goal in the last 70 seconds of this hockey game. It's first period. Hockey game's first period. Tyson, come on, remember, correct, fact check yourself sometimes. You got to make sure you're saying the right things. Here we go. Connor McDavid, 11 multi-point games this season, leads the NHL. This face-off won by the Flames. They're actually going to let that one stand without 3 or 4 retries. $1:05 to go. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Kyler Yamamoto on the ice for the Edmonton Oilers. Tyson Barrie, he turns it back. He's going to find it at his own blue line, fire it across to Darnell Nurse, who rims the puck in past Markstrom, and the Flames forced to make a key play, and that's Mark Giordano getting wiped out by, I believe, Kyler Yamamoto in on the forecheck. The Flames trying to get this one just started anywhere. And the Oilers doing a good chance of, well, since they stole that momentum back, those 2 shifts, getting those 2 shots. Now Calgary Yamamoto cutting in. He's going to dish off to Darnell Nurse. Fires the shot blocked in front by Chris Tanev. 27 seconds remain on the clock. Connor McDavid with possession. He goes back to the blue line. Tyson Barrie fires a shot off a man wide. Darnell Nurse has it. Other dot. There we go. Tyson Barrie pitch and catch at the blue line. Barry's got it now. High point. He's got it across to Draisaitl, who lasers it to McDavid. McDavid walking in. Tries the short side shot. Doesn't work. 8 seconds to go in this first period. All kinds of pressure here. Shot. Tyson Barrie deflection behind the net. 2 seconds. That'll bleed off the clock. And a heck of a last 5 minutes out of the Edmonton Oilers to rescue what was looking like almost a lost first period after going up 2-1, and they instead finish a first period up 3-1 in this hockey game. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. That's been the first period. I will be right back. It's bathroom break time, and we'll get things going here in the second period. But first, the first period intermission. Now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your eyes to the screen and enjoy this, because I tell you, I sure did enjoy making it. This is Dolynny TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolynny TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolynny TV logo word art back on the set on Dolynny TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolynny TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in. Right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I got to figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. Got to figure something out. You want to help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolynny TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry. There's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So, as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing... Oh, wait, there I am. I better go now. I love timing that so perfect. I mean, come on. That is just a thing of beauty, let me tell you, when you time it perfect. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's check my phone and see what's going on the old Tyson Dolynny Information Highway. So here we go. Oh, Danny. Hi. Doing the play-by-play. Alright. So here we go. What are we missing here is... Oh, man. Good first period so far, man. Good first period, eh? What do you think? Good first period? I'd say it was a good first period for the Oilers. Absolutely. Not a bad time at all. And here we go. We got nothing else happening. Just a couple of comments. And there we go. There we go. Let's get the Snapchats out of the way. And away we go. Alright, we're good. We're gold. We're great. Let's recap a first period, shall we? I think that'd be something nice we could do here and get ourselves a little bit of information on exactly what the Oilers did in that first period. The Flames, 19-9, the shot leaders in that first period. The Oilers, the goal leaders, 3-1. So boo-hoo, Jacob Markstrom. Keep giving up goals, but that save percentage and that goals against average really could use some deterioration to match your club's poor, terrible efforts so far this year. Alex Chiasson, 3 goals, power play. To start this one, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, the assist. Connor McDavid's 24th assist of the season, by the way. Nugent Hopkins, Connor McDavid gets his 25th assist, and Darnell Nurse his 9th assist. He keeps the point train going as well. Andrew Mangiapane gets it from Kachuk and Elias Lindholm. Again, I'm very very well trained to appreciate goals like that Mangiapane goal. That's huge goals for your team, scoring greasy ones, and he got it done, so I appreciate what he was doing there. Connor McDavid on the power play, a beautiful tip from Tyson Barrie, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets his 9th assist. Oh, by the way, Nugent-Hopkins has 17 points on the season this year. I didn't know if you knew that, but I guess I could tell you for sure. Yes, Nugent-Hopkins has 15 or 17 points on the season so far. Now let me see what I got going on here, as got some text messages here, as I just want to ask how's it been, and nothing there. As what else do we got? We got Chies on the Nuge. Obviously nobody really cares too much to keep Tyson updated tonight. That's okay, we'll take it and we'll be okay with it. As there we go. Here we go. Nothing happening much here. Let's get it going. Keeping things nice and quiet. The phone's on silent. Been keeping the phone off sometimes. If it dies at work, I just keep the phone off until it's fully charged. Let me tell you, recharging the batteries have been great. And I hope so far, even though you can't chat with me tonight, that's part of this whole effect, is to kind of have it as a radio play-by-play setup if you want it to go alongside the television broadcast. I hope you've appreciated the focus I've thrown at this tonight, because I think that's one thing that has really allowed me to enjoy tonight's hockey game through one period, is just the fact that I'm fully focused on the play, fully focused on making the call, and fully focused on having a dang good time doing it, let me tell you. So here we go. What else do we got going on? Let's get some YouTube stats in there, shall we? So far this live stream, 316 of you have stopped on by to say hello this evening. Appreciate that. It's been a great little return to action here on Dolynny TV after what, almost 4 days off, so that's been solid. And let me tell you what else we've got going on, is apparently that Sam Bennett trade video I did a while ago. Well, guess what? It's got 3 views because of his fight with Jujhar Khaira this evening. And suddenly, yeah, things turning the corner a little bit here and having a little bit of fun on Dolynny TV as things are looking up. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new format for live streams on Dolynny TV. We're just in intermission. That's why I'm opening up the floor a little bit more than I have the stream so far. So what I'd like to tell you, if you're watching from home and you're thinking, man, this is something I could get behind on my Saturday nights, maybe my Sunday nights too, or maybe my Friday nights, I don't know, whenever Dolynny TV streams like this. Well, let me tell you, maybe this is something you can get behind for a subscription to Dolynny TV. That'll also get you the other videos that I do and the stuff that I talk about when I'm not live streaming Edmonton Oilers videos. Real simple, doesn't cost money. Just hit that subscribe button and stick on by and have a good time with me. I'm not always an easy character to deal with. I don't always talk sense, but hey, that's part of the whole package. If I'm going to give you me, I'm going to give you all of me, and that's the fun part about it for the Edmonton Oilers coverage that I provide. So Kevin Bieksa talking all things Edmonton Oilers here. Still waiting for a reply from the Oilers on what I should do with my reverse retro jersey that I'm currently wearing. By the way, taking care of yourself means sometimes treating yourself. That was the theme of the video today, and that's what I had to do. I had to take care of myself and go out there and maybe spend a little bit of money on myself. Yeah, I don't do that often, but I got it done and got it nicely done up for a Saturday evening hockey game to debut in New Jersey, let me tell you. And Sidney Crosby enjoying his pre-game ceremony stuff. He's got his 1,000 NHL career plaque going. And this is the Pittsburgh Penguins and New York Islanders highlights, as it looks like they've had themselves a game. It's a 3-2 game off the highlight they just showed. Pittsburgh wins it 3-2 as a final, and yeah, Sidney Crosby's 1,000 games in the NHL, 1,278 points, 468 goals, first overall pick in 2005, 3-time Stanley Cup champion, 2 times Hart and Conn Smythe winner, 2-time Rocket Richard Trophy winner, and 2-time Art Ross winner. This guy's got some hardware. And remember, I think the reason, if you're asking why we're celebrating Sidney Crosby's 1,000th game in the NHL so much more than maybe some other guys, look no further than back in those mid-years of his career where we thought, for real, his career could be done with the concussion issues, the soft tissue damage. But thankfully he played through, and my goodness, who knows how much damage he's going to have to play through as an adult playing life instead of hockey, right? I mean, honestly, he's just a big kid right now toying with other men, but when he has to grow up and no longer play NHL hockey for a living, it's going to be interesting to see kind of the injury issues we hear Sidney Crosby dealing with, and it'll be very unfortunate, just as it has been with every NHLer that has had severe injury issues mid-career, late career, and then they come out of hockey right now, right? Think of another guy in the Oilers franchise, maybe I don't know, Oscar Klefbom, who regular life was too painful to live due to his hockey-sustained injuries, so we're hoping all the best for our guy, Mr. Oscar Klefbom, to go out there and get healed up and surgery and maybe get back to playing hockey. But if he doesn't, that's all right, let me tell you. All right, what do we got? Maybe a little bit of watch time analytics for you. I think we could give you that. That's something the normal fixture of the first period intermission. Let's see if I can't get that for you. Watch time, by the way, is how many minutes you guys watch combined. And oh, by the way, how about 1,140 minutes watch time in that first hour of the stream? Appreciate you guys hanging out and sticking by me. That's much appreciated. It's been a crazy stream so far. A fight, 3 goals from the Oilers, a coach's challenge on the Flames goal, and a bunch of fun to be had. 19-10 the shots for the Flames in this one so far. 17-12 the hits for the Oilers. 16-14 the face-offs for the Flames. Yeah, the Flames have kind of taken out one extra penalty, and it's cost them twice over. 2 for 2 on the power play are the Oilers. 7-9 the penalty minutes because of the Fighting Majors. 6-4 the giveaways for the Oilers. 2-2 the takeaways, and 5-4 the block shots for the Flames, as the Oilers in that last 5 minutes really started to take the boots to the Flames in their own end and really got the job done. It was nice to see the Oilers doing the job the way the Oilers were doing the job in the first 5 minutes. And it's good to see the Sabres, though. They snap a 4-game losing streak, improved to 5-7-2 on the season. Remember, they've only played a combined total of 14 games this year. So I guess we'll find out what happens here. So now let me see if we've got any interesting takes here on Twitter. See if we've got anything interesting we can find out about this Oilers game that we might not already know. As Drop the Puck, Primetime Condors, live on 23 ABC News. My friends from Baco, you've got plans tonight. Get on it. And here we go. What else do we got going on here for the Oilers? Well, the first period is over, and also the Flames are over, and now go needlessly line up for a beer. Okay, sure. All right, Oilers Nation. As we've got several things on Twitter here, but nothing really that good to share with you. 59th career 3-point game for Connor McDavid. 10th career 3-point period for Connor McDavid. My goodness, how many guys have 3-point periods, and how many of them have 10 of them in their NHL career? That would be a fun stat to know. And here we go. So here we see Connor McDavid held pointless in series opener. The Michael Jordan meme, and I took that personally. They're having a lot of fun with that. Now McDavid is tipping home pucks from the high slot. There just isn't a goal he can't score. He has 1, 2, 3 this period. That from Mark Spector. And just recapping all the beautiful stuff that we've got going on here for the Oilers so far. Calgary winning majority of puck battles since falling behind. Way more desperate, Mark Spector said about 19 minutes ago from 9-11. Well, guess what? Sorry to tell you, Mark Spector, I think, again, talk about taking things personally. The Oilers might have taken that one a little bit personally and gotten the job done in that last 5 minutes. That was a beautiful opening 5 minutes and a beautiful ending 5 minutes. Just the in-between 10 minutes, not so great out of our Edmonton Oilers. Penalty trouble, obviously the key there, right? Spending how much time on the penalty kill. That's going to cost you as always, but thankfully we got the job done and survived, as Mangiapane scored at 7:54, so that was just about a minute. So it was just about 3 minutes straight of penalty kill time for the Oilers. After that Mangiapane goal went in, they had to kill another 2 minutes, and that was a minute after Draisaitl had taken the penalty. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got happening here. Got some Maroon 5 going. Boss man, if you're listening, I think I know what's your thoughts on some Maroon 5 this evening. I hope you're having a great night watching the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers do battle, and I hope you're also having a great night tuning in and supporting your guy. I don't know. I'm just having a little bit of fun here. Falling on deaf ears, likely, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the boss man's watching tonight. Can't blame him. It's been a good show, I think, so far. Not to toot my own horn, but I get pretty happy when I get to do a full period of play-by-play nowadays. It's a long time since, so. Alright. Here we go. Alex Chiasson. A lot of block shots. He's crediting his team. He's looking up. He's looking good. He's got the opening goal of this hockey game. The one that won't stand is the game winner no longer because of Andrew Mangiapane's goal. Hopefully the only goal of the game for the Flames. But it's the Battle of Alberta and we're in it to win it. So who knows what this one's going to finish as. But just vintage McDavid to Chiasson goal to open the scoring in the Battle of Alberta. I don't think you could have queued it up any better on the power play. You'd love to have seen him tap in about 6 or 7 more of those this year, especially in those first 5-6 games. But it's all come together all of a sudden, and the Oilers, winners of their last 8 of 10? I don't know. It's looking good suddenly, and we're really enjoying what's going on here in this game, that's for sure. 3-1 for the Oilers over the Flames in the first intermission. As we'll throw in a commercial ad. I'd ask you to let me tell you if you see it, but unfortunately you're not going to see it. Now hitting 40 likes on the stream, my friends. Can we hit 50 before the puck drop of the second period? I'll let you know when puck drop is. I hope maybe. The hope would be some people have synced up their television this evening to allow my play-by-play to sync up with their Edmonton Oilers game stream. That'd be cool. I mean, I appreciate your guys' support, and that's something that, you know what, I had to do something special for a Saturday night stream, something I haven't ever done before on Dolynny TV, where I've full committed to doing just play-by-play, answering no questions, doing my own color, and having a good time doing it. And let me tell you, I've very much so enjoyed, maybe because the game's been good, but maybe also because there's been no distractions, the phone's been on silent, and everything's nice and easy, flowing freely this evening, let me tell you. So, what else do we got going? Do we have anything on Twitter? As I think Connor McDavid's getting a little tip treatment from the Oilers' social media account. The relevant Condors and Silver King Knights are scoreless with 13 minutes left in the first period. Live on 23 ABC. Sam, if you're listening right now, I hope the Condors impressed just like they did last night, having a good old time. Now, I'm kind of jealous that I can't get 23 ABC. That'd be even better. Who needs HLTV when you could actually watch on TV? Come on, right? Right? I'm telling you. It would be a good time. As we are hopefully in the last commercial break before the start of the second period. It's been long enough. I've gone to the bathroom. I've drank some water. I've watched some commercials. I've watched some hockey that I'm not 100% sure what's happening because I wasn't listening because I had both earmuffs on. Come on, right? But now we've got the Young Rock commercial. This looks like it's kind of going to be a everybody hates Chris knockoff kind of situation here. But either way, we'll enjoy ourselves. Hopefully what is going to be a good second period. Similar totals. Crosby, McDavid, 501 points, 181 goals. Crosby is a little bit more of a goal scorer. That's incredible. Games with 0 points, 93 for McDavid. He has the edge in 1-point games. No edge in 2-point games. But how about edge in 3-point games? Yes, sirree. 58 3-point games so far for Connor McDavid. Wowzers, what a crazy total there. Connor McDavid on the bench, looking for this second period to get underway with the Draisaitl line. They're going to wave off the face-off. It's not good enough, man. There's been a lot of that this game. 3 or 4 tries on the one face-off in the Oilers zone? My goodness, come on, right? 10th career 3-point period. I already told you that stat because it's a Sportsnet stat. Now you got pushing and shoving Off the face-off, the Flames get it going. Draisaitl takes his man Mangiapane to the ice, gets away with what could have been borderline interference, and now Yamamoto carries it into the Oilers zone. Attacking zone, that is. Dashing in, Draisaitl, a move around the net, goes back door looking for it. Oof. Cleared there by the Calgary Flames. A dangerous chance right off the hop for the Edmonton Oilers. Draisaitl, nice cut back to try the back. Reverse door wrap around. Now a turnover in the Oilers zone. Facing the shot. Matthew Tkachuk right into the glove of Mikko Koskinen. That's the first big save. But look at this chance here for the Edmonton Oilers. It's actually Dominic Cahoon. Pardon me, I had my numbers incorrect. And just a solid spread eagle on the post by Jacob Markstrom to keep that puck out. It was a reachy stick by Dominic Cahoon, but he couldn't get it back door on the reverse wrap. And then Matthew Tkachuk just facing right down with Mikko Koskinen, mid-slot, backhand into the glove. Face off to the left of Koskinen now. You got Tyson Barrie lining up there. Lindholm's asking for all kinds of time, and they're going to wave him out. Levo now comes in to take the face-off on the Flames top line. Josh Levo, he's seen some Canadian team action over the course of his career. 19:28 to go in this second period. Now the Flames fire it up the boards. They're going to try and get out of their own zone. Turned it over to the Oilers. That's skated back there by Puljujärvi into the Oilers zone. Now the Oilers setting up the breakout. They're going to chip it back to Puljujärvi, who dumps it in around the boards. Markstrom out to meet it. He's been disruptive, kind of like Mike Smith was last night against the Flames for the Oilers in a 2-1 win. This one, icing waved off. The Oilers can't bat it out cleanly to a stick, but how about Connor McDavid pickpocketing it away? He goes, looking for a pass, shot, scores! Oh, my goodness, marvel at the beauty. Connor McDavid, he's got two, and that was as deceptive as it's going to come at the NHL level. What a gorgeous fake pass, rifle shot, back of the net for Connor McDavid. Wowzers. And look at this pickup. Pickpockets Noah Hannafin. Comes in down the lane. No real shooting lane. And not even looking there. Not looking there in the least before firing it past Jacob Markstrom. Head on the pass the whole way. He's still got the head on the pass. And he only looks at the net the second it goes in. Look at this. Shot, and oh my goodness. The jaw tells it all. His head was leaning, but he was still looking the other way. And how about that? Put up 4 points and go off on my fantasy team. Why don't you, Connor McDavid? 4-1 Oilers on 12 shots. The Flames have 20. That's 15 career 4-point games for Connor McDavid. A solo effort. And you like to see the captain getting it done there. Looks like the linesman's a little bit cut up. 18:54 to go. And where's this linesman get cut up here? Looks like he gets something there. But McDavid, head up, look at that. Oh my goodness. The skill, the strength, the ability of Connor McDavid to shoot that puck back in the net on Jacob Markstrom. Remember, we're not talking like Louis Domingue or some Laurent Brossoit or Marcus Hogberg of the Ottawa Senators. We're talking Jacob Markstrom. He just pulled that move on, did Connor McDavid. Now back to the point. The Oilers trying to control this in the offensive zone. They turn it over and the Flames come back the other way. Dylan Dubé streaking in. He takes it right to Mikko Koskinen. And I think the net's off, the puck's out, and the face-off's going to come out of the Oilers zone because of the edge work there of Dylan Dubé to drive it to the net. He's a little disappointed he didn't get more out of that, and that's fair, but nice cutoff. I mean, you hate to see the play drive into Mikko Koskinen, but Chris Russell did about all he could do against a driving, beat wide Dylan Dubé. Takes the feet out. Nice play. Dylan Dubé stays on his feet, bounces right back to him after he goes down. Right there. Actually, he never actually went down until Chris Russell slid into Koskinen. And you've got yourself an interesting situation here. They're asking that puck cross the line, but I don't know what's going on. I guess they're going to take a look here. Dylan Dubé scoring maybe a greasy one here. The referee's conferring with the linesman about it. 21 shots now registered to the Flames. It's not a goal on the board. It is not 4-2 currently. And they are going to call it off due to no goaltender interference. So, do we get a power play? No, we're just going to get a no goal, and I think that's good enough. We don't need another power play. Don't want to see Connor McDavid have a 5-point night. It's 4:20 24 minutes into a hockey game, 5.9 for Connor McDavid. That'd be ridiculous. I mean, it's Connor McDavid, not really, but a guy could dream, but the refs, they are never that kind to Mr. Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. So 18:32 to go in this second period. We're going to have a face-off just outside on the near side boards of the Oilers zone. At the blue line, the dot there as Sam Bennett lines up against Gaetan Haas and James Neal's line. Alex Chiasson, by the way, has a goal for the Oilers if you're just tuning in on the power play to open the scoring. Darnell Nurse, he'll slap it around the boards. Now tipped there twice by the Oilers to get it out. And Nurse will see the Flames offside, so he'll regroup behind number 19, Mikko Koskinen, in net for the Edmonton Oilers. Solid 21 shots, 20 saves, and a 4-1 score for the Oilers so far. 18:09 to go in this second period. A few more seconds added gone by now, but the Oilers trying to create chaos in the Flames zone yet again. They do, as they force them to retreat, bleed another 11 seconds off the clock. And if you're the Oilers, you want to see the Flames take as much time to get out of their own zone as possible now. As look who's on the ice. It's Tyler Ennis, Jujhar Khaira, and Josh Archibald. The grand line going to work, but they're going to turn it over. Khaira not strong enough on that puck in the middle of the ice. However, he's strong enough on the back check coming back the other way to get it back to Chris Russell, who goes across to his partner Darnell Nurse, who will look for an option, look and read and look and read and look and read. And I mean, kill the clock, Flames. You want to sit there and watch the Oilers stand with the puck behind their own net? That's okay. You can do that because we'll take it all day. Darnell Nurse looking to move this puck. He's going to flip it near corner, and that is going to be an icing call. A very dumb icing call, if I might not add, from Darnell Nurse. Didn't have much more of a play, but I'm sure he could have feathered that puck just a little lighter to get the call not happening. I don't know. Words, they're tough sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. They're tough sometimes. Tyson Barrie gets an assist on the Connor McDavid goal, apparently. I don't know about that one. It was a pretty individualistic poke check effort by Connor McDavid. But hey, Tyson Barrie, the more points the merrier. Give him the money. 17:13 to go in the second period. The face-off scrambled to the near side half wall where, well, it's found by the Oilers and chipped out, and away goes Tyler Ennis. Now to Josh Archibald. A little bit of speed on the wings for Jujhar Khaira, who drives the middle but goes off for a line change instead. 16:59 to go in this second period. Elias Lindholm, he's going to move through the neutral rather easily before being tied up by the stick of guess who? Kyler Yamamoto, and the Oilers flip it back into Flames territory and give chase. Draisaitl looking for the puck, trying to force that play to be made a couple extra seconds late. And how about that? The Flames end up bobbling the puck in the neutral zone. Now found there by Josh Levo, who's going in on the forecheck against Evan Bouchard. He comes up with it. Wraparound attempt. Stuffed there. And Mikko Koskinen jumps on the puck. Another good cover from the keeper. 16:26 to go. The Oilers comfortably ahead 4-1. But, I mean, a little bit dangerous lead, right? Dangerous lead for the Oilers. Look at this one. Okay, that one just takes a nice friendly going nowhere hop to Mikko Koskinen for him to cover it. Not as difficult as that cutting the legs out from underneath Milan Lucic save he made earlier in the first period. Another shot, that's an easy save. Nice to see him making those ones, because those are the ones he had difficulty with on game number 1 of the season against the Calgary Flames. Now the Oilers behind their own net trying to get out. Nope, Chris Tanev's got it near side half wall off the stick, skate, and boards. And Matthew Tkachuk doesn't come up with that puck as now Draisaitl controls it behind his own net, turns it immediately right over to Michael Backlund. Back to the blue line go the Flames. They're looking to set the shot. It's going to go down, and Tkachuk has it there. Mangiapane controls. Shot bobbles into the slot. Nowhere to be found. Tkachuk, he's looking, but he's not going to see it as Backlund played it back to the point. And now Tkachuk has the puck behind the net for the Flames. The Oilers getting run around behind their own net. And now Tyson Barrie tries to take this puck. Feet out in front. Matthew Tkachuk diving at it. Backlund there. Lindholm or Mangiapane, somebody's grabbing it with an 8 on the back for the Flames. And thankfully the Oilers clear back the other way. Now comes Draisaitl. They busted a tire. Cahoon. Ooh, my goodness. Broken up on the 2-on-1 by an active stick in the slot by the Calgary Flames. Carried back the other way. Shot turned aside by Mikko Koskinen for the Oilers. Mr. Chris Russell gets it going, and now Connor McDavid held up. He's got it away, But a nice play by Nesterov stops the rush. McDavid looking for point number 5 in this one. He has been buzzing all night long, and he is going to continue to buzz until somebody stops his train to roll. And remember, that train that came through and hit Slater Cuckoo got the job done to knock him out of the game. But you know what? You lose the defenseman. How about you just play a bunch of offense and score a bunch of goals? And that's what the Oilers have done so far. 4 goals through a period and a quarter in this one. And that 2-on-1, a nice chance. But Tanev right there stands his ground knowing that pass is coming across, because there isn't the backdoor option because of having a left-hand shot on the one-timer side. 7-2 the shots for the Flames in this first period. Now, Adam Larsson off the face-off win from Connor McDavid. Sees this puck go back down to McDavid on the rim around. McDavid looking for it. Gets it to Puljujarvi. There should be a penalty coming up to the Flames. There are. They called it on Connor McDavid. A tie-up and I think a high stick on Connor McDavid's going to get us going to the power play here. 14:36 to go in the second period. Yes, sirree. As Nesterov's going to go to the box there. And look at this. Yeah, that's the high stick, and then it stays there. Nesterov keeps the stick in McDavid's grill for an extra few seconds. Nesterov to the box for high stick, and you are kidding me. I will take the odds on this one that McDavid gets another point here, another power play point. There's the shot from McDavid, setting it up, looking for it. He moves in. He's looking to backhand. He can't get it going. Tyson Barrie now at the blue line. Barry's got it across to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins, don't look McDavid here. Just try to score a goal. Put this one to bed. Barry's walking the line. He's going back to Nugent-Hopkins. Now to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's looking for the passing lane. He's got it to Barrie on his backhand blue line. Now across to McDavid. Forehand to McDavid, who's walking in. He's turning back. They're toying with the Flames now. Barrie to Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking for McDavid. He'll go down low. Chase on. They fired across to McDavid. I told you, don't look McDavid. The puck will get turned over, and it does. Flames back the other way. Shot swallowed up by Mikko Koskinen. No other play but to take the face off as Tyson Barrie appears to lose an edge as he crumples into the net. 13:55 to go. No shots on the power play so far, but a beautiful kind of passing show. I don't know what to call that. A gallery of some kind of art from the Edmonton Oilers until they tried to pass to McDavid, which I warned you they shouldn't. And it's back the other way for a shot by the Flames. Now a face-off out there. Minute 19 to go on the power play. The Flames setting all kinds of weird stances this game. They set like a 1-1-2 at the blue line off the face-off. And now the Oilers control it behind their own net, trying to set the breakout. Now comes Darnell Nurse. A minute 07 to go in the power play. They've got the second unit out there. That's the first time all year I think the Oilers have done that. This early in a power play, they turn it over immediately after gaining zone possession, and the Flames are able to get it out into neutral territory. That picked up there by Dominic Cahoon. He's got Evan Bouchard with him. Now Cahoon shoots. Save made by Markstrom. Puck into the corner. Gaetan Haas out there with Puljujarvi as well. And this one cleared by the Flames after a ticky-tacky pass at the blue line by the Edmonton Oilers. 36 seconds to go in this power play. 13:08 to go in the second period. Down the stretch of this power play we go, as Jack Michaels would say in the third period. Connor McDavid, oh, they're just loading up. That's exactly what I've been asking them to do. 45, 45, 30. And that's what we get out of this second unit. Adam Larsson's now seeing some power play time. Believe it or not, crazy things happening in Edmonton. And yeah, I told you Adam Larsson was at the blue line. He misplays the puck. It's all the way back to Mikko Koskinen. But I mean, hey, with 30 seconds to go on the power play up 4-1, you might as well play it safe and have 2 defensemen out there, especially down 5 defensemen. You got to get the job done somehow, and I guess Darnell Nurse is that somehow with Adam Larsson, as Darnell Nurse keeps that puck alive. Draisaitl coming back on the back check, trying to keep that puck alive for the Oilers now. Adam Larsson, he's going to fire it up and through the neutral zone back into Flames territory. A little bit of open pace to this one now. 12:16 to go in the second period. Archibald sees this one deflected in. The Flames, Lucic comes up with it. He's seeing a battle with Bennett and Kara pursue the puck. And now McDavid comes up with it. Kara out there with Archibald. Kara don't know what he's going to do. How about back to McDavid? McDavid back to Kara. Blocker save by Jacob Markstrom. Kara's best look of the hockey game. Now McDavid looking to feed Kara. He's going to walk out, shoot the puck. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Connor McDavid's got a hat trick and he's got 5 points this evening. My goodness, have yourself a night. We may have a Save On Foods score and win winner tonight out of Connor McDavid. If he can have himself a 7-point night, what an effort from the captain this evening. You look at this, a beautiful effort there from Jujhar Khaira. The puck now played by Chris Russell, and look at this again, a nice no-look effort, and then attacks when it's too late for Jacob Markstrom to make the save. And Connor McDavid, my friends, he's got himself a 5-point night, a 3-goal, 2-assist effort so far. And he's scoring them at will this evening. Just a far side blocker chip shot. Connor McDavid, a little bit of a cross check for good measure after the shot. The Flames have 27. Repeat, 27 shots, 1 goal. The assists, Russell and Khaira on that Connor McDavid goal. And at this point, it don't matter who's getting the assist, as long as they keep feeding Connor McDavid. Go for the gusto now. 5-1 Edmonton Oilers. Midway through the second period, you gotta love it. It's been a solid game so far. I hope you're appreciating the call. I hope you're appreciating this hockey game. I hope you're appreciating everything Connor McDavid's done on the Oilers' 13 or whatever shots they have tonight. It's been a dandy so far. Connor McDavid unassisted to open the second period. Then the assist to Russell and Khaira on his 12th goal of the season. My goodness. What a night. 10, 11, and 12 all come in one game. And the Oilers, they be a-rolling in this one. Let me tell you, you got to love a captain hat trick. Connor McDavid with his 9th career hat trick, 8th in the regular season. Haas, I read that as Haas. It has 3, 2, and 5 in 29 minutes. And that has Daniel Nugent-Bowman of The Athletic on this tweet. Attention, Daryl Sittler, there's a challenger. And what's insane is Connor McDavid, according to Dustin Nielsen, is on pace for 10 points tonight. Oh, baby, are we setting new records this evening against the Flames? It's a where were you when moment potentially. But first, let's just worry about getting that person $1 million. I didn't see who's the Save On Foods $1 million score and win winner. I don't think there is one tonight, or maybe there is one. I don't know how nationally televised games go, but it'll be something to see, that is for sure. Special player doing special things. Alex Thomas says most people will argue about them, but if you aren't enjoying the heart race between him and Austin Matthews, you're missing out. Best 2 players going right now and putting on shows every night. Well, Connor McDavid, he's been kind of quiet the past 5 or 6, but now it looks like David Riddick's going to come into net for the Calgary Flames, just getting pooped on by Jacob Markstrom. That's the nice part about not doing an official play-by-play. I can kind of have a little bit loosey-goosey rules, and I'm going to tell you, the Oilers pooping on Jacob Markstrom. 5 goals, back-to-back nights for the His. And it's nice to see. Anyway, we're back to action. Tyson, shut up. Color commentator Tyson, shut up. Let's get back to action. 11:30 to go in the second period. The Flames, they have it near their own blue line. They're going to get it across to Chris Tanev. Tanev's waiting, looking. He'll go back into his own zone and retreat a little bit here as the Flames chase back by the Oilers. Third line, the Grand Line, getting to work. Now you've got Darnell Nurse working out of his own zone. A nice friendly home bounce off the glass. That sets the Grand Line into the offensive zone. Nice shot there to test David Riddick from a sharp angle by Tyler Ennis. Jujhar Khaira near side corner. He's going to work back. Nice cut back. And now he'll cut back again to the near side corner. He's got a man draped all over him. The Oilers Grand Line, all 3 of them in the same corner. That means, unfortunately, the Flames come up with the puck and they'll come back the other way. A nice poke check there from Darnell Nurse, an attempt. A shot fired high over top of the net by the Flames. 10:44 to go in this second period. The puck's going to go into no man's land. Josh Archibald not the man on it. How about the Flames? They've got it. They've got the shot. They're going to miss it wide. And now a couple of Oilers have blown tires in their own zone. Just standing around doing nothing. Not being Tyson Barrie and another man, I think Josh Archibald this shift. So keep an eye on that as this game progresses, maybe in the Flames territory next period. The shot fired, save made by Mikko Koskinen. Puck is out of play, and we've got a face-off in the Oilers zone. All right. What a game so far from Connor McDavid, single-handedly saving my fantasy season right there. I'm 3-1, but I mean, I fall to 3-2 and my year's over in this 10-player division I'm in. Jacob Markstrom, good night. go sit on the bench, put your mask on, and shut up. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do the rest of this game, because he's got nothing to say to his teammates, letting them down for another night in a row. And man, imagine the headlines if the Oilers pull off an absolute dominant stomp of the Calgary Flames this evening. Shot fired, saved, Mikko Koskinen from the blue line. And now the Flames, they've almost got 30 shots halfway through this game. Remember, Connor McDavid's on pace for 10 points, and the Flames are on pace for 56 shots. Go figure what's going on tonight. The Oilers' traditional style, a crazy game from Connor McDavid and not much else happening. Typical, but actually getting goaltending tonight, and you like to see that in the Battle of Alberta. Oh, and by the way, there's been a fight tonight, and everything's good, and there's hits, and there's stuff, and controversy because of that hit by Bennett, and oh my goodness, let's go. Enjoying a good one tonight. 9:33 to go in this second period. As the Oilers, the Flames engage in a 5-1 game. You can't get sloppy now if you're the Oilers. Keep taking the boots to them and keep taking the action in their own zone. But unfortunately, the Oilers, they have given up 28 shots, so they haven't exactly been too good at that so far, other than Connor McDavid seems to be putting everything he puts on net in the net, and Jacob Markstrom Swiss cheese on, 16 shots, 15 shots this evening, a .666 goals against, or save percentage. Never a good marker if you're a goalie. Shot from the blue line for the Flames. They've got it through traffic, and it goes into the far side wall where the Oilers, they come up with it. They had a couple men free, and it looks like Kailer Yamamoto just got cranked from behind. The play keeps going. I don't think that's the official scoring of it, but Yamamoto goes off after the icing call, and he's in a world of hurt. Little Yamo, he gets banged up, and he's also going down the tunnel. This one, yeah, he got cranked from behind and sandwiched between Elias Lindholm and Buddy Robinson, who I just noticed for the first time tonight. So that tells you how the Calgary Flames have been. And yeah, this is another call that doesn't get called as he gets hurt. So here we go. Normally I'd have a hat on Saturday nights. That's typically what I have for the hat tricks, but tonight no avail. As ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining the stream, can I get a like? I don't know. Have I ever asked it that direct? I don't think so. Let's go get the assists on Connor McDavid's goals so far tonight. Tyson Barrie a point, Darnell Nurse a point. You've got McDavid with 5, Chase on with 1, Draisaitl with 1, Nuge with 2, Barrie with 1, Russell with 1, and how about Jujhar Khaira, his 4th assist of the season. So far, so good. Lots of penalties for the Flames in this one. A total of 3 minor penalties, and the Oilers are 2 for 3 on the power play, and Connor McDavid is 3 for 3 on goals going in the net against Jacob Markstrom. I don't know if that's shots, but I know 3 for 3, a hat trick so far. Let's just see how many shots McDavid has. Oh, yeah, Tyson, you're bullcrapping me here that he's 3 for 3. No, I was bullcrapping myself, I thought, but no, he's legitimately, he has scored on every shot. He is shooting 100% right now. If that ain't going to add up the scoring department, I don't know what does for Connor McDavid. My ears all flopped, nobody to let me know. Oh, wait, I shut off the comments tonight so as I could focus on the play-by-play. My goodness, what a night tonight has been. It's Connor McDavid having a great evening. I'm having a great evening. I hope I'm having a great evening. And I hope you are as well. Still isn't playing. Like, why am I wasting my time? Ah, well, why are you wasting your time? Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid getting the job done. You ought to like it. And what have I missed? As here we go. Wow, okay, whatever. All right, here we go. Connor McDavid. And yeah, actually we do get a power play. I did not think we were getting a power play out of that. Elias Lindholm has been charged with the boarding minor, and now the Oilers looking to make it 3 for 4 on the power play. And oh, don't forget Connor McDavid, 6 points on the night. As of right now, I think you got in a 5-1 game, if you're on the power play, you just look for Connor McDavid the rest of the way home. That's all you do. Connor McDavid, Connor McDavid, Connor McDavid. That's all you got to do the rest of the way home now is Connor McDavid back to the point. He's going to leave it there for Barrie. Barrie's walking in. Shot, Draisaitl, one-timer. Ooh, man, he almost had it. Connor McDavid now walking in. He's going to go passing this puck. He shouldn't have. He should have shot that. He should have shot that for his 4th goal of the night. Tyson Barrie in neutral territory. He's loading up to Connor McDavid, who cuts down the middle. He's through a man off to the option. Nugent Hopkins on the wing. Now back to the boards. High point. Barrie, last coming from Draisaitl. Maybe not. Not a chance as he's going to look back to the blue line. Now Connor McDavid actioning in. He's going to go back to the point, and Tyson Barrie there in the nick of time. Flames looking to break that one up back into the crease now. This one batted through, and all the way out into the Oilers zone. Mikko Koskinen out to play it with 54 seconds to go on the power play. Couple of dangerous looks. The Oilers 0 for so far. 16 shots still only officially on the board as Draisaitl carries this one in. James Neal takes the man for Chiasson as this one batted through by Darnell Nurse. Now a chance for, oh my goodness, Nugent Hopkins looking Connor McDavid. But how about instead a goal for Nugent Hopkins? From Darnell Nurse, just a seeing eye beauty shot, looking past, shooting the puck. Maybe that's the secret against the Calgary Flames. I don't even know what's happening here. The Oilers, they're just seeing an open option to shoot, and they are taking it every chance they get. 6-1. Oilers lead off of a beautiful goal from Nugent Hopkins. The deception is real. Look at that play by Nurse, and look at that. Nuge looking to pass that to McDavid all night. And he goes right through. Look at that. Bang. Past Riddick. That look, stare down before the shot, and gets it done. Draisaitl not a clue where that puck was, and then Nuge just fires it. Similar to that McDavid no-look goal on Markstrom. And Nuge wearing the A. How about a 3-point night for Ryan Nugent Hopkins this evening? You like to see it, that's for sure. 7:22 to go in this second period. The Flames, they've got 29 shots. What do they got to do to buy a goal? Apparently a lot, and that's good to see out of Mikko Koskinen. Nuge's second power play goal, well, second goal of the night, his power play goal, first one of the evening. Draisaitl second point. Darnell Nurse picks up another point, and the Oilers, big dogs, have come to work tonight. If you wear an A for the Oilers, unless your name's Adam Larson, you've got a point this evening. 7:02 to go in this second period. That's a big hit there. Now Tyler Ennis back, but they're going to call an interference call against the Oilers. So they had a nice play developing, but Jujhar Khaira guilty. He'll go serve his 7th penalty minute, hopefully, of the night. No, hopefully not serve like, I don't know, 6.5 or something silly. Well, this one right here just clobbers the man from behind. You know they're going to call that after they called the boarding on Lindholm, so it's nice to see that the call is kind of even, sure, but I mean, how many missed calls have there been on the Oilers this evening? I don't know. As Jujhar Khaira had to get his face cleaned up after that fight with Bennett, according to the Band-Aid on his right cheek, as now interference against Jujhar Khaira. Right back to the power play go, the Calgary Flames, after the Oilers capitalize for the third time. Nuge, he wins the face-off. Special teams player, 5-on-5 specialist, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He does it all for the Edmonton Oilers. That's why he's worth the money, my friends. 1:50 to go in the power play to the Oilers, or penalty kill for the Oilers. They've already killed off 10 seconds on a clear, and, well, off the face-off win now, the Flames. They're going to get into the offensive zone. Finally, with 1:40 to go, they'll pass it to nobody off the boards now. Matthew Tkachuk, high point, near side, now across. And they're going to walk it down into the dots. This one goes by Johnny Gaudreau back to Elias Lindholm after a deflection. Lindholm, he's got the puck near side boards. He's looking for an option. He's got it in Anderson, who's now back to Gaudreau. Blocked there by a sprawling, kind of diving Josh Archibald, who's going to flip this puck in off the end board glass, and, well, that kills more time off the clock. 50 seconds gone in this penalty kill for the Oilers. Draisaitl lazily trying to hook a man. I don't know why he's doing that again. He's already been called once. And Mikko Koskinen covers that puck in the crease. They freeze it right away. 1:04 to go in the Flames. Do nothing power play through 56 seconds. All right. We find ourselves a little commercial break in the action. Let me tell you, I'm excited to bring this the rest of the way home for you. Now the Oilers, 6 goals, 1 goal for the Flames. $1:04 to go in the power play for the Flames here, and you gotta hope. You gotta hope we bring it home now as Draisaitl. 6 minutes to go in this second period. It's been a long time without a Connor McDavid point. You gotta imagine he gets the next shift after the power play expires, and he goes out there and gets point number 6 of the game. You'd like to see it offside at the line. 57 seconds to go in the penalty kill for the Oilers on the Jujhar Khaira minor for interference. 6-1 the goals for the Oilers on 17 shots. 1 goal for the Flames on what? How about 30 shots? My goodness, that is absolutely insane. Mikko Koskinen, have yourself a night. I can forgive 2 more out of you right now, even if you want to make it a hockey game, but that's okay. We don't want a hockey game. We want a trouncing. As the Oilers all over the Flames here. This is reminiscent of something from February 1st, 2020. Let me tell you, 5:40 to go. In this second period, the Flames rim the boards to Levo. Sorry, used to seeing Lucic as 27 still. Regrets. 5:30 to go in the second period. 30 seconds to go in the Flames power play. They tie it up now at the point. Giordano's got it. He's got it across the option man, Backlund. Poke check coming from the Oilers. Batted down the ice they go. The penalty killer's off for a change. Riddick out to play it now. A 4-on-3 in the Oilers zone. Dylan Dubé shoots the puck wide. This one's out of the Oilers zone, and that will do it, my friends, for the Oilers. Penalty kill. They successfully kill another one. The Flames now, 1 for 3 on the power play. The power play over now officially. I've told you that for 7 seconds, but I was winding down with the do-nothing happening. 4:50 to go in the second period here between the Flames and Oilers in this 6-1 beat-up. Now the Flames approaching the net. They're going to wind around behind. Johnny Gaudreau gets the extra rub after passing off the puck. Now he's behind the Oilers net. Koskinen looking for wherever that puck's going to go. Kept in by the Flames just barely. And now Leon Draisaitl finds it there. He sets it to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who sets it across to Chiasson, I believe that is, who gets a shift now, and the Flames a bust and a break into the zone behind Adam Larsson. Tkachuk rode off the puck behind the Oilers net. Flames still come up with it. They've got it at the blue line now. Pitch and catch to Chris Tanev, who fires it. Shot save Koskinen, and look at Nugent-Hopkins taking it to task with Matthew Turtle Tkachuk. All right. Chris Tanev, a good shot. A deflection by Tkachuk, actually. But how about that? Koskinen's on his game tonight, a save made. And away we go into a commercial TV timeout. So let's get you some stats on what's gone on. Koskinen, a .967 save percentage. Riddick, .500. Markstrom, how about a .643? That's just brutal. You got to believe that one stings a lot for his save percentage of, .918 coming into the game. Get wrecked. Darnell Nurse, his 10th assist of the season. Draisaitl's 20th. So don't forget, Mr. Connor McDavid has 25 assists. Draisaitl has 20. And it is just crazy to see what's happening here as Connor McDavid now up to 37 points on the season in 20 games played. You have got to be kidding me. Connor McDavid with 3 more points tonight could easily be 2 points per game this season. Wowzers, that'd be something. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, it's 6-1 for the Oilers. Oh my goodness, I haven't had the scoreboard up. Nobody texted me about the scoreboard. Come on, guys, come on. You gotta text your guy to help them out. No, that's all right, my guys. I appreciate everybody texting me everything so far tonight. It's been a crazy game. Let me see what we've got going on here. As we got nothing more going on, I'm going to take a second here. There's a lot of Twitter action today, let me tell you. Glad to always post a new photo on the old Instagram. I don't even know what I'm talking. Words are hard sometimes. Like I was saying, words are hard. But it looks like we're back to action here in Edmonton, so let's get to it, shall we? Slater Cuckoo out. Kyler Yamamoto a little bit banged up. We've got 10 p.m. hockey coming tonight between the Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. It's 2003 outdoor game. Man, that one was rough. As Tyson Barrie chases behind his net, now the Flames off the face-off win. They get it back. Fire the shot. And looks like we've got a power play coming up for some team. And Chris Russell is going to the box, so it's the Calgary Flames back to the power play here. Connor McDavid not going to get a chance to score a bunch of goals if he's not out there 5-on-5 or on the power play. So you got to hope we get him going here sometime. But where's this Chris Russell? Ooh, Chris Russell gets taken by Godwin, but then Russell high sticks Godwin on the shove back. So it's high sticking at 16 minutes gone. Godwin, tough customer. He looks like he's a little shaken up. Looks like the eyes are watering a little bit. Hey, there ain't no crying in hockey. Oh, wait, that's baseball. 4 minutes to go in the second period. 2 minutes power play here for the Calgary Flames. He's looking for blood, aching for blood, picking his nose for blood, for crying out loud. Tkachuk gets it across. The shot, incoming shot, misses by Johnny Gaudreau. Wide slap shot there. Board battle now. Back to the blue line. The Flames control it in the Oilers zone now. Lindholm off the boards. He's going to go back to Rasmus Andersson. Shot fired, blocked in front by Adam Larsson. 3:41 to go in this second period. My goodness, it's almost 10 o'clock, like I said. Rasmus Andersson, he's got it for the Calgary Flames at the blue line now. They're looking for an option. They got Lindholm near side. Back to Andersson. One-timer shot. Save. Mikko Koskinen, who's looked nothing but steady tonight. What a game so far. 6-1 for the Oilers. How about a 31 save effort for Mikko Koskinen and a .969 save percentage? Some might say without that 9, it's quite nice. Let me tell you, 3:29 to go in the second period here. Darnell Nurse looking to line up against Tkachuk. Then you've got Nuge in the face-off dot against Elias Lindholm, and he's going to dangle in the face-off dot, lose the draw. Andersson across Johnny Gaudreau, turned back by a quick skate, and Adam Larsson now turned back again. Fourth time turned back. And finally, he's going to get Adam Larsson off his back and back to Elias Lindholm, who fires the shot, blocked by Darnell Nurse, who sprawled to one knee. And this one's going to be back into neutralized territory. Skated out there by Gaetan Haas, who's got a chance. He's got a break. Trailer following Nugent Hopkins. Fires the shot over top of the net. What would that been? A hat trick for Nuge. Not to be the Flames. Short-handed opportunity for the Oilers. Turns into a nice opportunity for Mangiapane back the other way. Misses wide and comes all the way back into Flames territory. That's how hard that Mangiapane shot was. Now Jujhar Khaira in on the forecheck on the penalty kill, getting the job done, killing clock. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Down come the Flames, all kinds of zone speed to gain the offensive zone, but this one turned there by the Oilers back. Now the Flames, pass shot, deflection, nothing going. 2:29 to go in the second period. Oilers a little bit caved in their own zone here as the Flames running around, missing the net. Imagine how many shot attempts the Flames have tonight. I'd like to see those second period stats. This one back across now. The one-timer coming. Shot missed there by Giordano. Twig snapped. And you've got Josh Archibald in on Giordano. He's going to dance around him. Shot saved by Riddick. Spits it out to Michael Backlund. 5 seconds to go in the Oilers penalty kill now. They've done an effective job so far tonight, other than that grindy, greasy goal by the Flames. And now out of the box comes Chris Russell. Draisaitl in on it. Russell went back to him. Shouldn't have. Draisaitl should have shot that puck. That's the MO tonight. Shoot the puck, boys. We only have 18 shots with 1:48 to go in the second period. The Oilers see this puck bobbled back into neutral, now into their own territory, and Darnell Nurse regroups. Breakout pass up headmans to Jesse Puljujärvi, who goes to Draisaitl. Shot blocked in front. Cahoon's out there taking this second line shift. I wasn't sure if it would be Cahoon or McDavid, but it's Cahoon out there, so Puljujärvi getting the extra time on the second line with Yamamoto still MIA down the tunnel. The Flames in the zone trying to get an attack started here. Buddy Robinson's apparently on the ice again. I just heard his name on the play-by-play. Minute 16 to go in the period as the Flames still trying to keep the pressure on the Oilers after that power play. Robinson against Adam Larsson. He chips the puck ahead to Nordstrom. Now Leon Draisaitl, after a good fourth line shift out of the Flames, gets it back the other way. This one, Dominic Cahoon. And down the ice it goes. 59 seconds to go in this second period. The Flames turn back the other way now, coming in through the neutral territory. Oilers looking to disrupt the attack. They do. And now Gaetan Haas rides his man into the boards. Haas taking the man, the pressure. Now you've got Darnell Nurse. You can see over the past 3 or 4 games how much Gaetan Haas means to the Edmonton Oilers and their bottom 6. What an effort he's brought forth in the past couple of games. Chiasson can't believe that's icing. 3:69 to go. I don't know exactly what that is, actually. I shouldn't be talking like it so matter-of-factly. But this one, a beautiful play by Josh Archibald to read that deflection off the broken stick, shoot the puck, and try and beat David Riddick short side. Couldn't do it. That led to Backlund taking it back the other way. 3:69 on the clock. Say it ain't so. Connor McDavid had a 1-2-3 line at one point this game as well, by the way. Some weird numbers adding up so far tonight as Gaetan Haas and Matthew Tkachuk getting tied up with Alex Chiasson. That puck nowhere near. Chiasson's getting it going, and him and Tkachuk might want to start something here at some point. The Oilers' James Neal in on the attack. Now Haas gets wiped out by the defenseman. He turns over the puck, however. He's getting this puck in on the action. 13 seconds to go in this second period. A fourth line shift to kill the clock in the second. Up 6-1. You better believe it. The Oilers, they've got something going tonight. 2 seconds. Shot coming, not coming, late. Ooh, pad save at the whistle from Mikko Koskinen. And I will be hard-pressed if they count that one, but I'll take it for a save from Mikko Koskinen. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves up 6-1 after 2. Oh my goodness. That, my friends, is a good feeling. If you're just tuning in, this Dolynny TV coverage of the Edmonton Oilers versus the Calgary Flames live here on YouTube. Hope you've enjoyed so far. I'm going to bring you some intermission entertainment right now, in case you're just tuning in for the first time, or you're loving it because we're beating the Flames 3-1 and or 6-1, and you got to believe it feels good to play this commercial. I'll be back. Bathroom break for me. Fill up the water, and I'll see you guys in about 2 minutes time, and we'll talk that second period all down. I love this reverse retro jersey, by the way. This is Dolynny TV. You may be wondering why I'm standing out here in nothing but a tank top in about minus 15 degrees Celsius weather. Well, let me put it to you this way. Why do people cheer for the Calgary Flames? Exactly. Some things just don't make sense. This is Dolynny TV. If you're ever wondering why the green screen behind me for the Dolynny TV logo word art back on the set on Dolynny TV videos is always messed up, well, consider this. In the same room, I can literally shadow box myself. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. If that doesn't give you a reason why, everything would be messed up sometimes. This is Dolynny TV. For those of you that don't know, this is the whole room that the whole set is in, right? The green screen, the jerseys, the stand-up bookcase, the pucks, the pictures, everything's in a certain situation on the other wall. However, there's stuff like this hanging up on the other walls. Yes, you've already seen a blank wall. I got to figure that one out. There's stuff like this, and then suddenly there's stuff like this on the floor that you may remember from the old set. I got to figure something out. You want to help me figure that out? Let's figure that out. This is Dolynny TV. You thought these things were over, but don't you worry. There's this one still. What's the point of this one? I'm not entirely sure. Other than I probably need to still fill up my glass of water before I come on down to resume the stream. So, as I sit here and natter on about absolutely nothing, oh, wait, there I am. I better go now. So to quote something pretty famous, okay, I'm back. To quote something pretty famous, what you gonna do when McDavid mania runs wild on you? Just thought about that one while I was upstairs, by the way. I thought you might like that line, so here we find ourselves. Sitting things going here. All right. What do we got going on here? A little bit of WWE. Oh my goodness, like I was talking about it. Anyway, Inside the Game is the segment up next here on Sportsnet's Hockey Night in Canada telecast. You better believe it. Here we go. Let's see. Can I get things going here? The only players to get more: Wayne Gretzky, 79. Jari Kurri, 14. Paul Coffey, 10. So, McDavid has passed Esa Tikkanen for the 5th most career combined regular season and playoff hat-tricks in Oilers history, behind Gretzky, Kurri, Anderson, and Messier. Wow. That's pretty crazy company. Absolutely insane. So, McDavid has passed Glenn Anderson for the 4th most career regular season 5-point performances by an Edmonton Oilers player. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. This is the season, my friends. I don't care if it's 56 games, but this is the season where Oilers greats fall to the current regime of McDavid, Draisaitl, and Nugent-Hopkins, I tell you. So here we go. Let's see what we get going here. It's Sam Bennett versus Jujhar Khaira. now available on hockeyfights.com. Go give the boys some love, would ya? Would ya? Here we go. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. A little bit of action for you, give you some news on Dolynny TV, what you've done here this evening so far. Up to 8,750 subscribers. Appreciate everybody that stopped by and hit that subscribe button lately. And of course, if you haven't done it already and you've enjoyed that second period of play-by-play action, you might want to think about doing it there for me if you could. And well, let's see. Let's see what we got. 8:39 to go. Oh, only 8:39? I think that's lying. 1,600 minutes in that opening hour of the stream, and then 900 minutes in the second hour. I think I'm going to be okay with that. Taking the past couple of days off, we'll take 2,700 minutes watched every day of the week. Yes, sir. That is the title. Yes, sir. That's the ticket. 100%. All right. You like to see what we've gotten out of the Oilers so far this evening. As let me see if I can find any images here on Oilers Twitter, because I need to find something for the post game tonight. Let me tell you, Connor McDavid 5-point night. Gotta tell me you are kidding me. The 50-50 pot is at, oh yes, 50-50 is at over 1 million. Nugent Hopkins is out there. I don't want to use Nuge. No siree. I want to use this image right here. Yes, sir. This is the one I want to use for tonight's thumbnail. You are kidding me if I don't. As the scoreboard's probably all messed up, that's okay. We'll be alright. I actually got to pop that back up before I forget, because I will forget before the start of the next period. I promise you that. Let me see what I can do here about getting a thumbnail started for the post game this evening. As where is Mr. Dusty? There we go. There we go. And send. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you, Budsy. You've got me good there. And let me see what else I'm missing. A couple of people invite me to Facebook pages, liking my Facebook post, and notifications running wild on me this evening. But you know what, McDavid mania, that's the key factor this evening. What a performance so far. Jacob Markstrom pooped on, then you've got David Riddick pooped on, and things are looking good for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. Jacob Markstrom goes all the way down the tunnel. He's not having himself a great night, but it is what it is this evening. Let me tell you, a 6-1 lead. And now Mark Stone is out of the box 8 hours and 20 minutes later. Absolutely. And Alex Chiasson just going to town against Matthew Tkachuk, just pushing him around. Tkachuk can't really do much. And here we go. Here we go. McDavid's about to wreak havoc on the North Division. That's happening tonight. Game on at Tahoe. That's what we're seeing. They're back to it. And 6-1 after 40 minutes in the Battle of Alberta. In the old days, this third period. Oh, Mark Spector. If there's one thing he can do is hit the nail on the head with some of the older tweets. In his old days, this third period would span 90 minutes and 4 suspensions. Let it happen, baby. Let it happen. And Connor McDavid is the third player in Oilers history with multiple career hat tricks versus the Flames, joining who? Come on, Oilers Nation, let's get it going. Glenn Anderson and Craig McTavish, that's who. So there you go, a couple of crazy stats there for you. Like I said, the new dogs are beating the old dogs at their old tricks now, as yeah, maybe they've had a little bit better run than some of the guys did before they won the Stanley Cup. But hey, you know what? End of the day, it's nice to see Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins are going to leave their fingerprints all over the Oilers record books before they're done with this team. And let me tell you, it would be nice to see them win at least a cup and say that Gretzky, Messier, and the crew didn't win one of the 6 cups the Oilers won. Now, I'm not talking this year. Don't kid me wrong there. But I'm talking whenever it happens, it's going to be beautiful to happen. And you're kidding if you don't like what's happening here with the Oilers over the past 15 games or so. So here we go. What else do we got? We got some interviews from Sheldon Keefe on the television right now. You've got Mark Stone out of the penalty box. You've got things happening all over the place here, and Twitter's buzz with midnight hockey on the East Coast. You would not believe it. Now, what else do we have? The insiders. We're back under the lights at Lake Tahoe. My goodness, incredible. And we've got Nuge's wrister continues to wreak absolute havoc. Everything is just going nuts tonight. Oilers Twitter is a good place to be tonight, as hockey Twitter just turns the page from Austin Matthews to Connor McDavid in back-to-back games. You like to see that as well. And there's still Eric Francis trending at times, and yes, sir. Alright, the best kind of chaotic energy is part of warm-ups. Okay. Alright. Oh, there we go. Could call some folks in Calgary. Who could I call up? I could call up coworkers, but I don't think that's a good call. I don't want to get yelled at Monday morning. That's right. I got to go in Monday. No 3-day weekend this weekend due to Family Day. Yeah, that's a thing that exists. I mean, it's less expensive than Valentine's Day, in the words of Steve Dangle. All right. Anyway. You wouldn't know that. That's more of an inside joke that I think there's only a couple of people in the world that know that one. And I mean, yeah, sure, I'd mentioned Steve Dangle, but it's one of those cameo things if you ever got one of those. By the way, excellent, on point by Steve Dangle, the one I watched that he buddy had done up for him for Valentine's Day. Anyway, let's get to the stats, shall we? Enough of me stammering around making words and no sentences that make sense. 33 shots on goal for the Flames. That's almost double of the Oilers' 17, but look at the goal column. That's what tells you the story of this game. 26 hits for the Oilers to the Flames 20. 29 to 22 the face-offs in favor of the Flames. 13-11 the penalties for the Flames. 12-8 the giveaways for the Oilers. So yeah, when you talk about shots on net, the Oilers, they're turning the puck over in their own zone. You aren't kidding yourself there. 8 takeaways for the Flames to the Oilers, 6 takeaways. So yeah, the Flames are stripping pucks too. Block shots, the Oilers have 8, the Flames have 7. And the Oilers power play, tell the tape right here, 3 for 4 is the Flames power play, only 1 for 4 this evening. Here's the thing. Darnell Nurse, Leon Draisaitl, multiple points tonight so far. Nurse picking up 2 assists, Draisaitl picking up 20 points. And oh, by the way, I gotta go check my fantasy lineup tonight because that Connor McDavid guy, he's doing his job just dandy. Let me tell you. So let me see what I can find out here. So let's go React City and get her going. As I don't know why it's not opening my emails now. Weird day, but we'll find out what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's typed by a razor's edge. 301 to 292 down the stretch we come. Only 2 players remaining in my lineup tonight. I guess Samuel Girard's still playing. And so is Mr. Philip Grubauer, who's made 8 saves so far in that weird Lake Tahoe game. Mr. Capo Kakinen got me 16 points in net. And oh, by the way, just a casual 38.5 point night for Connor McDavid. 3 goals, 2 assists, +3, 2 power play points, 3 shots on goal, and a hit. By the way, Braden Shen, 16.5 points. My goodness, you're kidding me not on that one. And then you've got as well a big game out of Josh Anderson, 9 hits. Unfortunately, though, Cam Atkinson, a pickup today, a -2 on the situation. So now I got to activate Samuel Girard here. But let's see what we got going. As I got to see Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler get back into the lineup tomorrow. 6 players total playing on Sunday. That ought to line up nice because buddy I'm facing there, well, guess what? He's getting performances from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and a bunch of other guys. Goaltending's been all right for him so far, but let's go quickly check his lineup tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Only a total of 3 players playing. So this one, single-handedly, thanks to Connor McDavid, may very well be in the bag this evening. They're showing the highlights now. They're running the horn, and it's nice to have Connor McDavid scoring all those goals under the Oilers' horn, however broken sometimes it sounds. But yes, what would the Oilers do without the Connor McDavid guy? Let me tell you. All right, Connor McDavid having himself a night. They've got the hometown hockey cheering crowd from home. A lot of Habs and Leafs fans in there. Why aren't there any Oilers fans? What are they doing? I think that's a little broken, Sportsnet. All right. let's see what we got going on. As we're up to over a nice little day, almost now approaching 600 views on the live stream this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you being along with me tonight. I can't say that enough. I can never say that enough when I just yammer on about play-by-play. Let me tell you, it feels good to be back in the saddle, doing a live stream, doing play-by-play like I'm doing the real thing. I'd kill. I probably would. To be in a Junior B rink right about now, going out there and calling some playoff hockey. Yeah, it's February 20th. Yeah, it'd be the first round, about game number 3 of the series. And yeah, it'd be a good time between the Cold Lake Ice and St. Paul Canadiens. Yeah, I miss it. But hey, tonight instead, Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by yours truly on YouTube. Hey, what can I say? Maybe getting my dream job a little bit early. I don't know. Did go to school for that. But I tell you, slinging the sheet metal is a lot better than flying across North America, because I don't do well on lack of sleep, and I could not imagine trying to do a play-by-play of an Oilers Flames game at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night after flying across country or something crazy, if times were normal. That's good stuff, that water tonight. Good old pure unfiltered tap water. You gotta love it. Voice is running a little ragged if you can't hear it. If you're just tuning into the live stream for the first time tonight and you're wondering, man, Tyson doesn't sound like Tyson normally does. Well, Tyson's a little sore doing the play-by-play warm-up, and then, of course, everything that's gone on tonight. And talking for what? Now live for 2 hours and 20 minutes straight. Yeah, we're going to be hurting a little bit tonight. That's okay. If I can't talk in the morning, it's alright. I don't have to get up and face you guys till about 10 o'clock in the morning, so I have time to heal up a little bit, get some honey lemon tea in me, and away I go. Sportsnet Central immediately following tonight's hockey game. Probably after the Hockey Night in Canada stuff gets going, but that's okay. Here we go. Boss man, thinking about you again. Here in the commercial, thinking about you again. Here we go. Take a breath. I forget to do that sometimes. Sometimes you got to take a breath in the middle of a live stream and just relax. Listen to a little bit of Maroon 5 on the CHFM or CKFM, whatever radio channel in Calgary they're advertising. Don't know why Edmonton radio stations never bother advertising. I'm sure there's Rogers radio station in Edmonton, but I guess they don't really care about it too much. Hunter Ryan Singh and Louis DeBrusque, your actual commentary duo for Hockey Night in Canada tonight, by the way. So Connor McDavid, 1 point away from 6 points tonight and tying that career high. Don't forget, Leon Draisaitl had a 6-point game this season as well. The Oilers' big duo getting the job done, but look at those goals. Looking dandy, looking great. And you like to see it. Connor McDavid, that fake look across for the pass. Shot! Goal. Fools the goalie every time. Come on, Connor McDavid, a top 5 release in the NHL when he uses it. That illustrated by the 3 shots, 3-goal approach tonight. Draisaitl, Backlund, face-off dot, third period. Let's go right now. Whoa, it's off on the linesman's skate. And away the Flames start with the puck. 19:55 to go in this final frame of the Battle of Alberta's 3rd edition for the 2021 NHL season. A time in which we'll play them 3 times to start and another 7 times to go down the stretch in this hockey season. Now officially game number 20 for the Oilers. This puck battled back to the behind the net of Mikko Koskinen. Leon Draisaitl, he'll gather up the puck. He'll fire it ahead to Dominic Cahoon, who skates away. He's had a stronger game. Now in on the attack. Josh Archibald shoots and scores! Oh, baby, yes, sirree. The goal call's broken like the Oilers' horn tonight, but Josh Archibald, a laser glove side shot on David Riddick, gets the job done. It's 7-1. And oh, by the way, Leon Draisaitl just picked up another point this evening. Look at this one. Great play there by Dominic Cahoon to get it across. And I don't know if Draisaitl's going to get a point because it's Cahoon to Archibald. Back of the net. No, it's not an empty netter. It's 7-1, baby. That's a heck of a release. David Riddick fooled, and he's having already a rough night too. They might have to put Jacob Markstrom back in net. I've seen that. I've seen that multiple times in my hockey career. And there we go. Josh Archibald gets it going. And right off the hop, it's 7-1 for the Edmonton Oilers entering this third period. The Oilers' McDavid line now out there. They're looking for some offense now from them as well. This one all the way across the sheet to Jesse Puljujärvi, who sees it. Hop up to Sam Bennett. Back the other way come the Calgary Flames. Milan Lucic plays it ahead. The Flames see this one bobble over. Josh Archibald's 4th goal of the season. Draisaitl, count it. He gets the secondary apple. He's got another point this season. I think that's assist number 21 on the year. 3 assists in this one. Shot, save, I think, Koskinen. Hanifin misplays the puck. Puljujärvi turns it over briefly and back behind the net now. Sam Bennett for the Flames in the offensive zone. Tyson Barrie pushes the man off the puck, and now coming back the other way are the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins skates it out across to McDavid, who's in flight. McDavid shoots the puck. Big save by David Rittich, and that one's going to go up and out of play. You thought it was going to go in. He didn't fake the pass enough like he did against Jacob Markstrom, and he'll go sit on the bench now after his shift ends. Look at that. Still late in the shift. All those legs. Shot, and I think it goes off a stick, actually. It's not a shot. It's off a stick. Yes, sirree. It goes off a stick of Chris Tanev and up and out of play. Connor McDavid robbed on what might have been another goal, if not for that stick of Tanev. Now the Oilers lose the offensive zone face-off and away. The Calgary Flames come in on the attack again. Buddy Robinson trying to get past Evan Bouchard, who, by the way, is not a small kid. This one flipped up into the ice, and, well, neutral zone territory now. This one's going to be gloved ahead, and what is that? Hand pass. Hand pass by the Calgary Flames. Okay. I was gloved ahead. I wasn't sure it was a hand pass, but I thought for a second it was going to be offside. The way Chase on was over the blue line. That's okay. 18-12 to go in this third period. Woo! Let's go. Down the stretch, here we are. The Oilers trying to mop up a 7-1. Make it 10. Make it 10. Let's have some fun tonight. Just absolutely stomp on the Flames. Let's go. I cannot wait to listen to the Fan 960 on Monday. It's going to be a disaster. Anyone got an app for that tonight? Because I think it would be a disaster to watch their overtime open line or whatever they call it on 960, because whew, there's going to be some upset folks tonight. Evan Bouchard, nice shot there off the wall on David Rittich. There's been a lot of penalties is what they're noting here. The Oilers just cracked 20 shots. Now 17:55 to go in this third period, 7-1. You got to think if the Oilers take another penalty in this one, you got to think Evan Bouchard, like they're talking about now, gets in on the penalty kill action. Or he gets on the power play or something. You just go have a little bit of fun with it in this third period. Obviously try to win the hockey game, but try to get some other guys involved. And it'd be nice to watch McDavid chase the Magic, but McDavid Mania's run wild. It's good enough. Let's get the other guys going, and let's keep those depth goals coming. Evan Bouchard fires the shot, blocked in front by Godwin, who's had a rough go after taking that high stick. Now shot across by Josh Archibald, goes nowhere. Batted back down by the Oilers, kept in the zone briefly. Now Evan Bouchard at center ice. He's going to walk this puck in and flip it in deep. And now there comes in on the attack Tyler Ennis, who's looking for this puck. Can't get it going. 17-13 to go in this third period now. A dominant effort so far from the Oilers through 5 1/4 periods. The Oilers have pretty much kept the Flames to 2 goals. Pretty grand if you're the Oilers. Coaching staff definitely. As I believe it was the Edmonton Journal talking about the emphasis on goals against and what it's done for the Oilers. Well, look at this one. A 7-1 lead in the third period against the Calgary Flames in the back half of a back-to-back. We are just masterclass at that for sure. That's a stat we own in the past 2 NHL seasons. 16:42 to go in the third period. Evan Bouchard, another shot. That one blocked off the knee, then stick of Glenn Godwin. And he's got some pretty good hair. Let's just, not going to lie, I'm going to respect the hair game. Too bad it gets wrecked by the helmet, but it's similar to kind of what's going on here on Dolynny TV. 16:42 to go in the third period. Draisaitl lining up with Cahoon on the trigger man behind him. Yes, Puljujärvi still out there, so Kailer Yamamoto still MIA. I believe he may be done for the game as well. If I'm to speculate, like Slater Cuckoo was ruled out after the first period. The Flames busting across the blue line. Here they are. Hanifin trying to chip it past Adam Larsson, who, don't forget, had a very solid game so far himself. Now the Oilers back the other way. Leon Draisaitl chasing a 4-point game now. How about that? Connor McDavid 5, Draisaitl 4, and not all coming together. That's always a nice sign for the Oilers as well. 16-10 to go. Don't forget Josh Archibald's got a goal in this game, which just seems crazy the way it's gone with McDavid mania now in the Oilers zone. Adam Larsson picks up, carries it back to Darnell Nurse. He'll go for a change. The Oilers, remember, are down to 5 defensemen without Slater Cuckoo. So you got to see Evan Bouchard jump across the boards to be that right-hand shot with Darnell Nurse, the top line out there now. Well, nice to see Dave Tippett giving the action to Connor McDavid, trying to get him some extra points tonight. As now Josh Archibald out there on the top line. Nice to see him get elevated after that goal. Evan Bouchard tough on the rim in. And now coming up with the puck, deflecting it into the corner, Chris Russell. Oilers getting thrown around in their own zone a little bit here now by the Flames. Valimaki keeps it in last second. Lucic behind the net, controls, pushes Chris Russell off twice more. Dubé plays it out. This one chipped ahead. Lucic comes up with it at the blue line. Rasmus Andersson. Lucic fires this one across to Valimaki. Valimaki slaps it in on net. Blocked in front by Archibald, whose stick explodes. Archibald tries to skate it out of the zone. He's not going to be able to do that. They want a line change like bad, do the Oilers. This one centering shot, and what a play by Lucic to deflect that one, but wide it goes, or a glove save by Mr. Mikko Koskinen. This one saved, and looks like a holding call against the Calgary Flames. Say it ain't so, Jose. Is this one? What a pass there, and it is a glove save by Mikko Koskinen on the Milan Lucic chance, and they're going to call that a hold against Valimaki. I mean, Nuge spun him, I guess. Good call, I don't know. Valimaki can't believe it. I'm at this point of, hey, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. But it's been a wonky game by the officiating. We'll make note of that in the post game. Here we go. In the face-off dock, Gaetan Haas starts out there. Yeah, it's 7-1. You don't need to start the top unit. Haas, Chiasson lines up with James Neal. You'll like to see this out of Dave Tippett. You'd love to see Connor McDavid pour it on, but you don't need to go cause anything right now. You need to surely win this one. No suspensions, no nothing crazy. Gaetan Haas back to Darnell Nurse. Nurse across. Shot comes blockered or something by David Riddick, who hopped up on that one. Now Nurse looking for the option. He's got Haas. Now Haas goes in, shot blocked again. Evan Bouchard's out there. Okay, he's on the top power play unit now to start this power play. This one back to the point. Darnell Nurse sees it blocked there by the Flames penalty kill. 14:20 to go, a minute 30 in the power play. You'd imagine they're going to ride these guys all night. Now back the other way. Darnell Nurse a little bit careless. He's on and he's running and he's getting all the way back. Mikko Koskinen makes the play and makes the save. 14:05 to go in this third period. Don't fall asleep on me yet. We got some action left, I'm sure. The fourth line, the third line going to be rolling. Chiasson gets it back there. Now the Oilers start out from behind their own zone. Not much urgency in this power play. Doesn't need to be, as you just need to keep the clock running at this point. You're up 7-1. No injuries. No nothing crazy. Don't need to get too crazy. Jujhar Khaira now seeing power play time with Tyler Ennis and Josh Archibald. It's Tyson Barrie on the blue line with Chris Russell. Barrie walks into a shot. Save. Walk, and oh my goodness, the pad save results in a one-timer chance for Tyler Ennis, which is swallowed up by Jacob Markstrom. See how that getting it going. Either way, watch this one-timer by Tyson Barrie and a big rebound for Tyler Ennis, who just one leg cranks it. Can't get it to go. 46 seconds to go in the power play. Nice to see Dave Tippett resting Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl here because, well, those guys still have some minutes to play tonight, but they are also on the back half of a back-to-back, and you'd like to see some other guys step in and just keep the scoring going if you can. This one now, Tyson Barrie leading the breakout. He's going to chip it ahead. Jujhar Khaira and Josh Archibald in on the attack. Archibald comes up with the puck now. Tyler Ennis. Ennis across to Chris Russell, and high stick call to Tyler Ennis is going to kill that play. Or is it Josh Archibald on Joachim Nordstrom? See, right here. Yep, it's Josh Archibald going to the box for the Calgary Flames. And that's going to kill the power play. That happens when you have the C, B, and D units out there on the power play, but that's okay. You know what? Now you get to see hopefully Evan Bouchard take some time penalty killing, and 4-on-4 I'd expect to see Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl out there, or some other combination of some good little players out there for us. We're going to see Mangiapane get out there, Darnell Nurse out there for sure, Nuge and Haas are out there, so they're going to get the penalty killing unit out with only 18 seconds to go, 4-on-4. And see what the Oilers can bring on the penalty kill. The Flames win the face-off in the Oilers zone. Tkachuk back to the point. Now Hanifin across. 12 seconds to go in this 4-on-4. Now back behind the net. 4-0-4. 4-on-4 for 0-4. 12:50 to go in this third period. Shot Anderson. Well, it's blocked. Minute 41 to go in the power play for the Flames. Now Larson and Darnell Nurse officially taking some shifts penalty killing. And this one's going to be chipped ahead and out by Gaetan Haas, who will try to go for a line change. Didn't get it deep enough. Elias Lindholm turns back now into the zone. Rasmus Andersson. Darnell Nurse in on him. Back to Tkachuk at the near side point. He's going to look for a chance. He's going to go down. Now the Flames regroup and back to the near side point they go. Lindholm down to Tkachuk near side end wall boards. He's going to find a big battle there with Adam Larsson. This puck rimmed around the other way now. 12-10, it hops out of the zone. And the Oilers get the fortunate line change with 59 seconds to go in the Flames power play. Another solid so far penalty kill from the Oilers, not allowing the Flames to really set up much. Pitch and catch around the boards, and that's about it. Shot coming. Shot save. Mikko Koskinen, and shot clear off the back of Jesse Puljujärvi, who's out there penalty killing, by the way, with Jujhar Khaira in the absence of Kyle Yamamoto. I believe he's already gone for a line change. Might have accidentally jumped over the boards just for something to do to get some time. I don't know. Who knows? 4 for the Oilers. Chris Russell trying to clear this puck. He's going to get a second chance, a third chance, and it's down the ice. It goes. David Riddick plays it there. 20 seconds to go on the power play for the Calgary Flames. You might as well call it expired the way they've been playing on the power play tonight. Unless they drive 4 guys to the net, it ain't going to work. Draisaitl kills it. And they've got 8 seconds to go, and they'll have to be content to just carry it in and watch the time peel off the clock. Larson and Nurse still out there on the penalty kill. That means you'll probably see a heavy dose of Evan Bouchard and Tyson Barrie down the stretch here in the 11 minutes of the third period we have remaining. The Flames rim it along the boards, and Milan Lucic will dump it into Dylan Dubé, who has it turned over to Dominic Cahoon, who we haven't seen in a long while. Nice to see him back on the ice, I believe, with Draisaitl and Archibald. Back the other way, the Flames come, and what a save. Follow-up effort by Mikko Koskinen, who had no clue where that puck was. Now the Oilers back the other way. Dominic Cahoon coming in. Josh Archibald, one-timer shot saved by David Riddick. 10:30 to go in this third period. The Oilers still keeping with the shooting mentality, but how about 23 shots? That's it for the Oilers in a 7-goal lead so far. Cahoon overskates that puck. Now to Draisaitl it comes. Shot pass off the stick of Sam Bennett. 40 shots, almost 39 officially for the Calgary Flames on a 1-goal effort, and a heck of a night by Mikko Koskinen. 10:04 to go in this third period. Everything they seem to look to pass goes in for the Oilers if they shoot the puck. The Flames outscored 14-3 in their last 3 games. Burn it to the ground. It is not going well in southern Alberta, and that's nice to see for a change, as it's going good north in Edmonton. As now 7-1 the game is, halfway done the third period. Puck's just bobbling around the neutral zone. Somebody's looking for authority of it. How about Connor McDavid in his own zone? Maybe. As the Oilers set up the attack now, you've got Larson and Barrie taking a shift together. 2 right-hand shots. Turned over the puck. Barry's going to retrieve it in his own zone. He's going to niftily play it back. Ooh, Johnny Gaudreau gets a shot out of the deal. It goes wide. Stick chopped there of Adam Larsson, creating a little chaos for the Oilers, but they get out of their own zone. 61 shot attempts for the Calgary Flames. They've hit the net 2/3 of the time. The Oilers just about half of the time. 44 shot attempts, 23 shots. Yeah, that's about a .500 shooting percentage right there, just above. Might be good enough to get you the second wild card spot in the MLB this season. I don't know, maybe. We'll find out. Depends what the Blue Jays do. 8:49 to go in the third period now. This one turned over again. The Flames looking for a lane. They can't get it. They've had 39 shots. They've had all kinds of lanes, but now all of a sudden they're dying a little bit here in this third period. Shot goes across there for the pass, but nothing happening here. This one down. Valimaki to Backlund. Not happening. Gaetan Haas going to chip it there. The Flames all kinds of confused without Sean Monahan, who might be near and dear to somebody in my family. It's an icing call against the Oilers. 8:22 to go. Here we go. Oh, I got time. Here we go. That nice save. Mikko Koskinen looking the other way, making the pad save. You gotta love it. That's good news for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the reverse retro bringing some lucky luck tonight. This is going to be batted down at the blue line by the Flames. The Oilers able to get out of their own zone briefly, and now the Flames hammer it back in. A chip from center. It's Chris Russell, who's had a quiet good game. Steady Eddie. Chris Russell kind of game. You like to see that out of him. 1 goal against for the Oilers tonight, and it's on the power play, so everybody who's scored 5-on-5 is a plus. Evan Bouchard right there. Jujhar Khaira battles it to Bouchard, who turns and looks and sees that Tyler Ennis is going to flip this one into Calgary Flames territory, and that has a little too much hop. It's another icing call with 7:45 to go in the third period. You can watch a new television show, a new episode of a new television show on that CBC thing. If you get CBC Gem, you can watch Heartland every Sunday at 5 p.m. Let me tell you, that's my plans tomorrow evening. After a nice afternoon walk, by the way. Sounds good to me, don't it? All right, 7:45 to go in this third period. Jujhar Khaira, Glenn Godwin. Godwin wins the faceoff. Rasmus Andersson claps it on net. How about a 40th shot against Mikko Koskinen, who's now made 39 saves in this one. Back out of their own zone come the Oilers. 3.90 goals per game for the Oilers in the past 10 games. You got to love the goals for production, and it's not all McDavid. It's not all Draisaitl. It's the depth guys as well. Say what Eric Francis might, but here we go. How about a chance developing after a slide by Tyler Ennis, who takes a healthy backhand chop to the back. Now 7:10 to go in the third period. Like I said from the get-go, words are hard sometimes. Apologies for that, but at least I can laugh it off. And away the Flames go. Back the other way. Michael Backlund, he's going to chip it right into James Neal, forced back into his own zone. We're inside the last 7 minutes now. The Oilers content to flip it in here. Fourth line shift. Gaetan Haas, I imagine he's seen some elevated ice time tonight compared to the past few games. 6:47 on the clock. I'm going to be watching it like a hawk, because I tell you, I want to see that war out. I want to get to the game review, and I want to see you guys happy in the comments section. I know you've been following along here on Dolynny TV without being able to chat tonight. I apologize, but I think it's worked out well. It's a nice new format. It's a nice new thing, and it's worked out well for me. 6:30 to go in this third period now. Back the other way. Draisaitl comes for the Oilers. He's going to chip it ahead. Chip and chase a little bit in the zone for the Oilers. Doesn't come up to fruition, and now the Flames chip and chase. And that will be played there. It's amazing how much better the Oilers play without Kyle Turris in the lineup, eh? Who would have thought? 6:08 to go in the third period. Now, the Oilers getting it going in their own zone. The Flames getting it going in their own zone. Across the blue line, yes, Puljujärvi, who's had a quiet game so far, would like to maybe pot one, get in on the party, get McDavid his 7th or 8th point of the night if we can. But first we need to get point number 6. The Oilers turn over the puck. They're keeping it alive. Tyson Barrie along the near or far side half wall. He's battling there. He's in a real battle, and he's still got that puck. Great puck possession by the Oilers in the offensive zone. Now inside 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Evan Bouchard on the ice, who's seen some elevated ice time in this third period. Don't forget some power play time. Top unit time on a C unit, C and D units. 5:20 to go in this third period as the clock continues to tick. Whistles non-existent here in the past minute. The Flames busting across the line. The Oilers really not giving them much. That's a nice drive by Sam Bennett, but it goes up and over. They might credit him with a shot and a save to Mikko Koskinen. That one, a shot and a save by Mikko Koskinen from the slot. 5 minutes to go in the third period. The Oilers fully in control of the driver's seat. They could fall asleep at the wheel and probably still win this one handily. 40 shots for the Flames in this hockey game means nothing. A 39 save effort. So far for Mikko Koskinen, all that would ruin my night is a goal against for Mikko Koskinen now. This one back played and battled there along the boards. Alex Chiasson, he's battling. He gets a healthy run from Milan Lucic. 4:33 to go in this third period. Now looking for an option. The Flames, they've got it. Shot save. Koskinen again. And he's way out to play that one right at the trapezoid. Now we got some pushing and shoving here between the Oilers and the Flames near Mikko Koskinen's crease. This is really the first instance of this we've had in this third period. Nice to see a little bit of battle level from the Flames getting bowled over by the Edmonton Oilers here late in the third period. 7-1 saves stacking up for Mikko Koskinen. And things are looking all right, if I don't say so myself, this evening, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasure to bring it to you. 42 shots for the Calgary Flames. Sent a photo, sent a photo. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. Dang, you guys are going to like this. Oh yeah, you're going to like this thumbnail, that's for sure. Oh my, Budsy, you came up and did it clutch. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? We got, simple fact that I could go for a good buttered chicken right now. Let me tell you, craving that for sure. What do we got? 442, and we've got ourselves, oh man, quite a live stream happening tonight. You guys are just about to help me hit 700 views on tonight's live stream. Crazy the difference between live streams of the World Juniors and the Oilers streams, but that's okay. What else do we got going on across Oilers land tonight? I haven't checked the other streams. Haven't told you what's happening with the other guys. Maybe I should. What do we have happening here? Lake Tahoe coverage by Hot Take Hockey. We've got coverage by me. I'm the only guy streaming the Oilers Flames right now. Really? Oilers versus Flames. Let's see what comes up. Oh man, I'm way down the list. That's why. I'm not in there. That's okay. We're good to go. Connor McDavid. All 700 of you that have tuned in, you're getting a special treat tonight, I'll tell you that. Connor McDavid, crushing it. 500 NHL points, now a whole bunch more. Connor McDavid's got a whole trophy case at home. No duh, he does. He's had a lot going on. Connor McDavid, first National Hockey League goal. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. And there's him with his dad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The hair. The hair's on point. His dad's got good hair. 4:22 to go in this third period. We're back to action. The Oilers trying to get out of their own zone. Josh Levo turns over the puck. Shot save. And that is another shot against Mikko Koskinen. Connor McDavid, the 8th fastest player in NHL history to hit 500 points, tied with Sidney Crosby, and he will do 1,000 hopefully a lot sooner than Crosby ever did, let me tell you. That's bang right there. Shot saved by Mikko Koskinen. 4:15 to go. 43 shots for the Calgary Flames tonight, and an effort that's only produced 1 goal. Cannot wait to see Pat Steinberg try and justify this one tonight. 4:08 third period. And, well, the Oilers lead 7-1. My nose is getting all kinds of itchy now because I, of course, scratched it. That typical happens every time. Now we see what the Oilers can do with the rest of the way home this evening. Let's see what we've got going for the Bakersfield Condors this evening. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we got going, but we'll find out. So here we go. Bouchard and Nurse on the defense. You've got the fourth, third line, whatever you want to call the grind line, the real deal line. Well, Tyler Ennis, Juju Arcaro, and Josh Archibald, whatever you want to call them. 3:59 to go in this third period. The Oilers see this puck clapped in from the neutral zone, but it's turned right back there by Josh Archibald, who turns it back again. And he's just killing clock in the Flame zone. They're back the other way across now into the Oilers territory. They cut into the middle. There's a chance. Shot, save, off the post. Or the crossbar, one of the two. 3:37 to go in this third period. This one's going to be flicked into no man's land. Shot, save, Mikko Koskinen. He'll get another cover. I'm going to be able to finally itch my nose there. 3:30 to go in this third period. And you got to expect there's got to be one more fight in somebody tonight. Would be fun to watch, that's for sure. A little bit of life from the Calgary Flames might be needed. They seem to be on cardiac arrest right now because it's not looking good for them. And that's crossbar and out. 3:30 to go. As the clock starts ticking down once again off a Calgary Flames face-off win in the Oilers zone. You've heard that a lot tonight, 3:22 to go. And now we're inside the final moments of what is officially a blowout between the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. A 7-1 drubbing of the Calgary Flames by the Edmonton Oilers on home ice. Not exactly a classic except for the McDavid mania, but hey, you know what? A classic performance turned in by Mikko Koskinen, 44 shots. And my friends, I have quite enjoyed bringing this one to you. We're going to see this puck flip down into the Flames territory now. Giving chase, yes, Puljujärvi just doing a flyby. Have not seen Mr. Kailer Yamamoto in a long time tonight. I'm going to hit the live button here. As now it goes into the Oilers territory, chasing behind Sam Bennett, 2:33 on the clock. The Oilers come back the other way. Dominic Cahoon starts out for Josh Archibald. They have had some kind of connection there as well. And now you've got Darnell Nurse turning it back in neutral territory with Evan Bouchard. He'll fire it up the ice right onto the tape of Leon Draisaitl, who evades a check, gets it back to Darnell Nurse, now up the middle. Leaves it there, Josh Archibald to Leon Draisaitl, who floats it by and leaves it on the Flames stick. So we've got 2:05 to go in this third period, 125 seconds, now officially 120. And Mark Giordano will chip it in, third period winding down. The Oilers just gutting it out, grinding it out, and getting the job done. No dirty necessary stuff here. Keep Connor McDavid on the bench, staple him there. I don't care. .47 to go. As turnover, James Neal back, Gaetan, save made, David Rick, bounce. That puck will not go in. The Calgary Flames get it going back the other way, and Chris Russell gets it going for the Oilers with a nice play there. He's had a very solid, steady Eddie Chris Russell type game that you're paying $4 million for at the start of his contract. .23 to go in this third period. Turn back now. The Oilers looking to get it out. They do. They get a tip. No icing. It'll be ruled. And a minute 10 to go in this third period. The Oilers defense, a makeshift at best, with an injury to William Lagesson. The Oilers defense hanging by a thread, it would seem, but they're doing things wonderfully. Coming up, winning a bunch of hockey games as of late. The Oilers forward group combining for a bunch of goals tonight. And Evan Bouchard's going to flip this one in inside the last 50 seconds. Ride it home, Oilers fans. Ride it home. We're going to take this one as 7-1 victory tonight, as the Flames are just going to be content to ride into the offensive zone, flick a shot, look for a deflection. 36 seconds to go. The Oilers, well, they've pretty much stopped skating here, and that's okay, because you know what? When you've got it, it's an offside at the blue line, at the Oilers line. You got it in the bag. I'm sorry, with 27 seconds to go, you can just stand there and do nothing the rest of the game, and you're going to win this one handily. That blindside hit by Sam Bennett on Slater Kuku, and then Elias Lindholm staples Kailer Yamamoto into the boards and Buddy Robinson at the same time. So the Oilers down to 16 skaters and pretty much play the entire third period without Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl seeing more than 3 or 4 shifts. As this one, the Flames back the other way. It's going to be tipped into the zone. Mikko Koskinen looking for it. 8 seconds to go. The Oilers just trying to evade some pressure here. Keep the clock ticking down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, your Edmonton Oilers have just blown out the Calgary Flames by a score of 7-1. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Catch me in the game review coming in about 20 minutes time.